Well, I can't get this one with the right song to play tonight. So anyway, welcome to the channel, everybody. It's Friday night. Welcome to Friday Night with Friends. I'm your host, Rainy Ryder. I'm here with Dry Heat Doug. Say hi, Doug.
How you guys doing? I see everybody in the chat.
Sorry, guys. We were telling Navy stories and kind of lost track of time. So welcome in, everybody.
It's always cool to go to be in some of the same places as somebody else was, you know?
Yeah, no shit. So we got Journey of Jerry in tonight. Serenity Kitty. Keith, Dry Heat Doug, obviously. Diana Pillion style, my favorite Pillion. So tonight's chat, we're going to talk about how far do you have to go in trying to help someone until you go from helpfulness into just total enabling. And what I mean like that, Jerry says I'm loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. So what I mean by that is, for instance, I always say if somebody wants to come to my house, I'll teach you how to change your oil, I'll teach you how to change your tires, I'll teach you how to do everything. And more than once, after offering to help someone change their tire, change their oil, change their chains, they've showed up and said, hey, how about if I just drop it off for you? When can I pick it up? And I'm like, you were supposed to help me. So, no, you're not doing that. You're not dropping it off. You're going to help me or I'm not doing it. And by that, I mean, there are some people who will take advantage of your good nature. You're wanting to help them. You're wanting to help them out and turn that into oh, you're going to do it for me. Here you go. So we're going to talk about how far you can actually go until somebody turns your good sense of helpfulness into you owe me. So let's kick it off in the chats. If you guys got a good story, tell me all about it. Yama.
I don't know if I describe it like that. I think that I like helping people. I mean, I don't know anybody that doesn't like helping people. But so helping people out, it's just part of who I am. People that run into problems all the time, they're individual problems, that's fine. The enabling part comes when I've helped somebody out of a situation and then it happens again. It's at that point they kind of need to face some consequences. I'll still help them out, but they're going to have to face some consequences to their actions because they didn't prevent it from happening again. Without the consequences, we would all just put our hands on the burners on the range and not care.
Yeah, and don't misunderstand. I will help anybody, but yeah, more than once. And my wife tells me so. Take for advantage. You know, there's a guy who lives in Memphis, literally 10 miles away from me, and he goes, "Hey, can you teach me how to change my oil?" I said, "Yeah, sure, I can teach you how to change your oil." And I said, "Bring it by like Saturday. I'll have the whole day. Bring a 6-pack of beer. I'll teach you how to change your oil." And he's like, "Yeah, Harley told me that they couldn't have it back to me until like 2 or 3 weeks from now." So I was like, "Yeah, bring it by Saturday. Get the oil, bring it over, and I'll change it for you." Well, by Friday, he was like, "I'm going to be busy this weekend. When can I just drop it off and leave it with you?" And I'm like,
Fuck, that was good.
Should,
was awesome.
should I be playing some slow sexual music while you do that? How about some Al Green? Let's get it on.
The consequences of
The consequences of sticking shit in your mouth. Yeah. You could have done that anyway. You could have just like bit down on it, put your hand up. No, you had to go. What's with that?
I wasn't watching myself, so sorry about that.
Damn blondes. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Wow.
Yeah, anyway, yeah. At a point, it goes from I'll help you to you're taking advantage of me. Put that tongue back in your mouth. Jesus Christ, Blondie.
take another bite.
No, don't. This is a family channel. What are you doing?
Wow, the viewers just went up.
It was. Anyways.
Yeah, there was a guy. There was a guy I met in a restaurant probably about 3 weeks ago, and believe it or not, Mexican restaurant. I had way too many margaritas, and I got talking to this guy, and he goes, "Hey, do you work on motorcycles?" And I said, "Oh, absolutely, I do." He goes, "Oh, my grandpa has, or my dad has this motorcycle. You know, it's been in his garage because he can't ride anymore. You think you can get it running for me?" I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem." I said, "Call me next weekend." Well, he didn't call that weekend. He didn't call the next weekend. Didn't call the next weekend. He calls the next weekend, and I said, "Yeah, cool." I said, "I can come by Saturday." Well, Saturday it rained, and I said, "I can't do Saturday. How about Sunday?" He's like, "My dad goes to church on Sundays. Can't do it on Sunday." And I said, "Okay, no problem." He calls me on a Wednesday. He calls me Wednesday and says, "Tonight's a good night."
Serenity Kitty, good call.
What did he say? New thumbnail? Yes. Oh, we're definitely using that for next week's thumbnail.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
No.
Dude, if you can't give shit to your friends, who can you give shit to, right? And we're neighbors now. You're going to get all the shit. Close to it, anyway.
Great.
Anyway, I was actually looking forward to having a new guest in tonight who actually runs a bicycle shop. She still may come in later tonight. But yeah, she's actually where I got this idea from, because she runs a bicycle shop, and she posted this meme basically of somebody just coming in her shop and going, "I need parts," and nobody will tell me how to put them on. And they're like, "Okay, well, bring it in, and we'll do the 20-point inspection, and we'll, you know, if you buy the parts, we'll put them on." They're like, "That's not what I want. I want you to tell me how to put these parts on." And she's like, "I really can't do that, but if you bring it in," and she's like, "Well, I've looked all over the internet, and the internet won't tell me how to do this." And she's like, "Well, bring it in, and we'll do it for you, but you got to buy the parts from us, and we'll do the inspection while we're at it, and it's going to cost you some money." And she goes, "That's not what I want." And so it was, you know, in her shop. So she may be on later, but she's who I got the idea from. So hopefully she'll come in later. But it's just crazy that people will come in, and I guess as a maintenance guy, everybody looks at me and says, "Hey, you're a maintenance guy. Come fix my shit," and they expect you to do it for free. So, you know, free is a very persuasive word. However, I'll do it for a case of beer. I'll do it for some pizza. I'll do it for a whole lot of things. And I'll do it even if I can help you. I'll even do it. But don't expect me just to show up and do it for free just because I can.
Yeah, it's another thing. Like some of the guys I ride with here, you know, one of the guys was talking about. We said, "Hey, we're going to take off on Saturday. You coming with?" He says, "No, I've got a tree to." He's got a whole bunch of branches to take down on a tree in his backyard. And I said, "Oh, so we're doing branches at your house?" And he said, "Well, I can't pay for that." I said, "Yeah, we're not. You're not asking us to do it. We're just going to show up. So we'll get this thing taken care of by noon, and then we'll go ride." You know. So it's one thing to come in and for somebody to come in and demand like
Yeah,
that.
and that's acceptable.
I think when I'm done laughing after the demand, they would probably know that it's not happening.
Yeah, and I will help for the social benefit of getting somebody free to go riding with me or to do something with me, or even just if we're all helping, I'll do it. We don't even have to do anything afterwards. If we're all helping, that's fine. If I show up at your house and you go in to watch Ren and Stimpy while I cut your trees down, not happening. No.
Yeah, you got to participate.
Yeah.
But you know, that's one of the things. You know, you do that for friends. You do that for That's what you do. When your friend comes to you for the fifth time in a row and says, "Hey, I need your help with this tree," kind of look at him and go, "All right, well, this is the fifth day in a row and the fifth time in a row and the fifth tree in a row. I'm spending my whole week at your house taking care of your yard. Mine's starting to look like shit. So you come into my house to help me, you know?"
Or there should be some beer and pizza involved in this somewhere.
There better be, and with this particular friend, there's no shortage of that. So yeah, it was good. Yeah, the enabling thing comes into play though when it's a continuous ask that there's never any consequences for. One time thing, it's offered up. That's different. If I'm offering without them asking, that's much different. Um, that I don't think that's anywhere close to enabling. It's just something that I know that somebody would do for me. So
Jerry, it does have ice in it. I used to have a lot of ice in it. The Dr. Pepper was hot. Sorry.
you got to be careful of that ice. That's what gives the hangover. Bad ice. Yeah, it's not the alcohol. It's the ice. Okay, I'm blaming the ice.
Definitely.
There's a funny joke about that, but I can't remember it right now. So I have friends come over to visit from Louisiana. We went out to a Mexican restaurant, and I ordered a margarita, and I ordered a medium margarita. What came out was this thing that you could have put probably a 20-pound goldfish in. So I drank mine, and then my friend from Louisiana, who is my sister who I grew up with, and I adopted her because she was cute, and she ordered a drink and didn't like it, so I offered to drink her drink. Her drink was straight tequila. It was blue. It was pretty. From the outside looking in, it was blue. It looked like a girly drink. However, it was probably all tequila with some blue dye in it. I swear to God. But it was good. So, what were we talking about? Anyway, here we are now. So, yeah. Yeah, so now, I'm down to just the Dr. Pepper with a little whiskey in it. It's a new whiskey, and I can't remember what it's called now. Me and her went out last night, obviously, and picked up more whiskey, because why not? And so here we are now. So, Biker Girl, what are you drinking tonight?
Oh, I'm going to surprise you with this one. It is vodka and raspberry lemonade.
Okay, I'm not surprised, because it's vodka. And then, at what point am I supposed to be surprised that you're drinking vodka? I mean, it's vodka, lemonade.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, vodka, lemonade, and something else in it, because it's got a little color in it.
Yeah, a little raspberry lemonade.
Raspberry lemonade, see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm surprised. Raspberry. Ah, okay. We're going to be such good neighbors.
Yeah, I'm sure I will be calling you for help repeatedly. Bring your tools. Get over here.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, not speaking of help, I will help anybody.
Enabling.
That's enabling. No, that's not enabling. She's offering me vodka when I get there, so I will help her unload any of her trailers. So she was telling me, can I share this story?
Thank you, baby. Yes, what story?
About your house and needing so much help now that and your handyman was an absolute piece of shit and left you hanging.
The contractor.
Was the contractor.
Was a piece of shit, yeah. Yeah.
So she's got some electrical problems. She's got some carpentry problems that I'm good at carpentry, not the best, but however, I'm pretty fucking good because I'm me. But electrical, I know what to do. And she told me about all the shit she's having with her electrical problems, so I absolutely plan on helping her with those electrical problems. I absolutely, expect real vodka.
It is always real vodka.
Not Stolichnaya, well, Tito's is pretty good. I'll go for some Tito's.
Tito's is my favorite.
Tito's is pretty good.
Like top shelf Kirkland.
Well, if it comes in a plastic jug, okay, I won't lie. I'll still drink it. However, Doc, I'll make you feel bad about it if it's in a plastic jug. However, I'll probably still drink it.
Isn't Kirkland vodka? Isn't that Tito's? I thought it was made by Tito's.
I don't think so, but their mid-grade tastes a lot like the Grey Goose.
Yeah.
Jason Ghost, welcome in.
The trick to
cheapest
vodka.
grade,
If the
Quick
vodka
shoe. I
is
didn't see you
bad,
sneak in. Welcome in.
Pour it through one of those pure water filter pitchers. Just pour it through that charcoal about 3 times. Yeah.
There you go.
I saw a video.
Get the cheapest vodka and pour it through that, and then just put it into Grey Goose bottles, and nobody's doing it.
I saw a video on that, and the guy was like, "Yeah, when you pour it through these water purifying pitchers, it actually takes all the alcohol out of it. You can't even taste the alcohol." And he's actually sitting there drinking it, and all of a sudden he's like,
Yeah.
"I'm drunk. How'd this happen? This tastes like water."
It takes all the impurities out of it to give you the hangover. So yeah. So no reason to do that with Grey Goose or Belvedere or Tito's.
So the plant I worked at, their profile flavor was Grey Goose, and what they would do. Basically what we would do, we would ferment our own alcohol, and we would take fructose, sucrose, dextrose, maltose, and then there was a diet. They called it MF90, which was the low calorie alcohol or low calorie sugar, and that's what they would make the alcohols out of. And the fructose, sucrose, dextrose, and maltose. The maltose tastes a little weird. That's basically like weed alcohol shit. The other stuff, though, it would basically make pure alcohol. And it didn't. The Grey Goose was the flavor profile they were going for. So it tasted a little sweet and like clean, like water with a little sugar in it. And you could tell there's a little alcohol in it, but it didn't taste like very alcoholic. Well, it was like 80 to 120 proof, depending on how many times they ran it through the RO filter. But you couldn't tell it was really alcohol. And we fired quite a few guys who would go in there with their little pimp cups, fill it up right out of the fucking tank when it was like 80 to 120 proof, and be drinking it like water until they fell down. They thought they were getting away until they couldn't walk anymore. And that's the thing about sugar alcohols is, grain alcohols, you can taste that. It tastes like grain. Sugar alcohol tastes a little sweet, and you can't tell you're getting drunk until you can't stand up anymore. So, yeah, baby. We made some good shit there.
I think Jerry's recruiting you to come wire up his bunkhouse.
I will help anybody. Actually, dude, I owe Jerry a visit. I will absolutely come wire your shit. I'll get your shit wired, Jerry.
Yeah, he lives too far away for me to give him a hand. The sad part is I have everything needed for it.
Well, I want to say
it costs nothing.
Yeah, he's only like, I want to say it's like 7 hours from me. And basically, I'll just shoot straight down 40. And when I get to Ashland, I got to break off a little bit to get to his house. But yeah, it's not far. So, yeah. I'm feeling worse and worse as I talk about this because I should have already visited him. Jerry, I'm going to come visit you. I promise you.
Sad part is I've got like 2 square-D panels in the garage and a whole bunch of condo, a whole bunch of Nomex. And it's like, I'm set. All I got to do is show up. You know?
I don't have the wire. I have all the shit to do it, dude. So I've worked so many places. I'll work a place. I'll get a toolbox to work it. And then when I leave, I'll bring the toolbox home. I'll get a job to go somewhere else. And instead of bringing a toolbox out there, I'm like, well, I'll just get there and buy another toolbox and get it delivered on site. So I have 4 toolboxes in my garage now, 1 at work, and they're all full of tools. So I've got plenty of shit. And obviously, like you should probably know, when you leave a place, you usually leave with a fishing tackle box full of wire nuts, wire ties, ring connectors, crimps. So I've got so much shit. I literally have like tackle boxes, like fishing boxes, that I've filled full of crimp connectors and wire connectors and solder connectors and shit. I've got so much shit.
You gotta have everything.
Yeah. Dude, you got... And here I am talking about helping people. Everybody's going to call me now and say, hey, you got shit? Come to my house. Okay. And I'll come too. Dude, as long as you will either sit there and talk to me the whole time, give me something to eat or something to drink, I'll fucking work for you.
Wait
as long as you're there with me, I'm fucking there.
Hang on a second. Jerry, you do demo. You do demo work. Get all the stuff from the site.
Yeah, Jerry, get the shit at the demo site, bring it, and I'll fucking put it together for you. Go says, my DOT physicals tomorrow, pray for me. You got this, babe. You can do this.
You got it. I pray for you.
Jerry's telling my wife, come make me wire the bunkhouse. I'll fucking come wire it for you, dude. I just got to find the time to make it out there.
It's all in. It just needs hooked up to what, the house?
You can't corrupt the welling, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Jerry, give me regular iced tea and pizza. I'll fucking do anything you want. I forgot Jerry. So hopefully Jerry's still Jerry's on the wagon. We're gonna keep Jerry on the wagon. I won't drink with him at Jerry's house. So Serenity says, sold my truck and van so I could have weekends free. Lost a few friends when I was no longer useful. Well, that's when you know you don't have friends. If you become, and I'll say that in all honesty, once you become not useful to people, the people that don't want you around anymore only use you because you're reusable. The friends that stick around are the friends that keep you. The friends that stay when you're having hard times or when you're not useful anymore are your real friends. The rest of them were just riding you along.
You know, that's something a friend of mine that moved to Tennessee said was he found out who his friends really were. You know, found out who they really were, and the ones that faded off and the ones that didn't.
Yeah, Jerry, I won't drink in front of you. I know how hard it is. I was actually in AA for 3 years, so I know how hard it is to be around people when they're drinking. Did I ever tell you guys why I'm not in AA anymore? It's a funny story.
Wow.
So when I was in Virginia, I was on the ship. So back then, they didn't believe that people had PTSD. They didn't believe in shell shock. They didn't believe that, well, this was an easy war. Nobody should have PTSD after this war. And so they were like, you must be an alcoholic or you must have psychological problems. So they sent me to AA. So for 3 years, I went to AA, didn't drink, and when I went to AA, it was up in Rhode Island. And we would go to lesbian AA meetings. We'd go to biker AA meetings. We'd go to trucker AA meetings. And we were welcome everywhere we went. It's funny as men to go to a lesbian AA meeting and they welcome you right in. All you have to say is, yes, I'm an alcoholic. I'm here to share my story. And they're like, yeah, come on in. And it's kind of cool. But went back to Virginia. We go to the biker meeting. Again, we're going to the biker meetings, the church meeting, the all-Christian meetings. And I went to a biker meeting. This is 3 years after I'd totally stopped drinking. And the theme of the night was things that used to make us drink, but now we don't drink over it. And this one guy goes, yeah, he says, me and the old lady got into a fight. I ended up stabbing the bitch over it, but I didn't drink. And I go, I think I'm cured. I think I'm going to be okay. And I left, and I was like, so but I did learn something from that. So 3 years of not drinking and listening to people about their drinking problems and things that really fucked them up makes you very aware of faults in your systems. Makes you very aware of you're teetering near the edge. It's almost like telling the kids the sea stories. Hey, you don't want to do this because of this, and they're like, you're full of shit. And as they find themselves getting close to what you were talking about, they go, hey, wait a minute. I've heard about this. Maybe I should back off. So I definitely got something from going to AA for 3 years because I've learned there's a point where you're ruining your life. And there's a point where you're having fun, and there's a point where you're fucking shit up. So I did learn something from that. But yeah, learning that there are people who haven't drank for 20 years and they're still stabbing their wives made me kind of realize in my head, there's something beyond just drinking that fucks you up in this shit. You can really be a fucked up person, and the alcohol just makes you more fucked up. So, and again, that might not be for everybody. There are people who absolutely can't control their lives when they start drinking, and I'm all about it. But I'm definitely not going to fuck somebody else's sobriety up just because I feel like I need my own little drink. I can go months without drinking and then decide, hey, I think I need to go get me a bottle of Jack Daniels because I feel like having some drinks. When you can't do that, that's when you think you really have a problem. So, off my soapbox, let's talk shit about people. All right, biker girl.
Hey, Jerry. Love you, man. I do love him. He's a great man.
Quick Shoe, thanks for coming in, man. Love you. See you later. Yeah, Jared says, "Who's his barking?" I know who's his barking. It's biker girls.
Oh,
Her little yappy moots. She got them yappy moots going there.
I can understand what somebody's outside and there's an issue with that.
No, he's in the living room with my husband, and we're not sure what happened, but he got really hoarse. He was barking too much, and he got really hoarse, and he's kept barking, so his voice hasn't come back yet, so he sounds really odd.
She's sounds like an antagonized werewolf.
Yeah, can you still hear him? I can't tell.
Oh yeah.
Oh crap! Sorry.
No, it's fine.
It's okay. It brings ambiance.
I'll go yell at my husband.
Yeah, it's yambiance. Anyhow.
I yell at my husband, but he made me something delicious to eat. Oh my god, you guys.
There has to be boundaries. What is it? Share.
I believe this is either. Actually, I don't even know what this is. Maybe it's I don't know. It's red meat and it's barbecued. And it's delicious.
Enough said. It's red meat and it's barbecued.
Like a teriyaki,
good enough.
A1.
Oh no.
Served over rice.
No A1. No, gross. You lost me. You lost me at A1.
I'm not sure if it's like a carne asada flat meat or.
Yeah, I'm sold. I'm good.
Yeah, good.
Anytime you need me to stop by and eat, let me know.
We barbecue. Anyone who comes over wants to work. There's barbecue.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I make a mean pan of brownies.
What? You're from California. What kind of brownies we talking about? I got a job to keep.
Caramel. There's caramel in them. They're turtle brownies.
Caramel. Is that what we call it these days?
No, for reals.
Blake, welcome in, son. Glad to see you in. It's weird living in Memphis when they legalized. They did not legalize the marijuana. What they did was legalize medical marijuana, and for somehow not everybody can get it. And people were showing up to work thinking, "Yeah, marijuana is legal now." So the last place I was working, I was trying to tell these guys, "No, it's not legal. It's medically legal." "Oh yeah, it's legal. Everybody can smoke it now. They can't stop you from smoking it." And I'm like, "You realize they can fire you at work for smoking here, right? That's a company policy. They can still fire you." And they're like, "Oh, they can't fire you now. It's legal." And this guy comes in one day and he smells like weed. And I said, "Hey, you realize they can fire you, right?" He's like, "Oh no, it's legal." And I said, "It's not legal." And as soon as you walk through the door, he was already late, by the way, like 15 minutes late to work. I'm maintenance, he's operations, and the operations supervisor is waiting right outside the break room for people who are late because she was in a mood that day, rightfully so. I said, as soon as you walk by Jackie, she's going to smell you and she's going to send you out for a drug test. And she's like, "Oh, she can't send me out for a drug test." I'm like, "I promise you, you walk through that door, you're fired. I promise you." He's like, "What should I do?" And I'm like, "Well, if you think you're all that valid and it's not really weed," because he was telling me, what I'm smoking doesn't have THC in it. It's just for mood control. And I'm like, if you feel that strong about it, walk through that door and tell Jackie that you're not on weed and see what she says. He's like, "What should I do?" "You should go home and never come back because she's going to be waiting for you tomorrow when you walk through the door." He left and never came back. Which tells you how strongly he really thought about this shit he was smoking wasn't really weed. I can't remember the name of this shit that they've been... it's not as prevalent anymore, but they were selling some shit for a while there. They were trying to pass it off as, "Oh, they can't test this. It's weed, but you can't test for it." That went over like a lead balloon because people were getting fired right and left and not understanding why. And I bet you some drug dealer was laughing his ass off. That's like selling diet cocaine. It's like, "No, this is good for you." Some drug dealer is laughing his ass off about that.
Where do you get Diet Coke? I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah. Newsflash, it's all diet because you'll lose weight.
There you go. I don't know. There's weed. Sorry, I just think weed laws are stupid.
Well, I had to, the soap company.
They're just stupid.
Yeah, the soap company I was working for, I was trying to explain to these guys, anybody that drives a forklift, You can have a guy working on the line, and if they're high, they're going to fuck some shit up, but nobody's going to really care. Once they climb on that forklift or climb in that delivery truck, you're fucked. If they have an accident, that's on you. You're going to get your ass sued. And they're like, oh, well, if they have a card for it, they can smoke it. I'm like, no, they cannot. I promise you.
Yeah, I'd be more worried about the guy that's drinking hard liquor at lunch than I would for somebody that has a joint at the beginning of his lunch break, and then 30 minutes later he's good.
Oh no, they're not good 30 minutes later. I promise you.
Must have some really strong shit.
When I was at the brewery, we had guys driving through fucking brick walls and trying to tell me how they weren't on anything. And I said, okay, well, we're going to send you out for a test. You can't do that. That's against my constitutional rights. And I'm like,
there's a philosophy on that, and there's also testing that they've done. So
well,
they're more careful than normal if they know that it's in their system from right away and they can be smelled. Same thing with alcohol. When they say, oh, you can't drink and drive. You can have a beer and drive.
You can have a beer and drive. However,
you can have a beer and drive because it's going to make you a more careful driver because you know it's on your breath.
So I remember when was it with Colorado when they passed marijuana? They said we're going to have more careful drivers because on marijuana they'll drive 35 instead of 55. They did not. And Carolina or Colorado law proved that. But what we had was guys who forgot they were on forklifts. They would drive right through concrete walls. They would drive right through walls. They'd drive into sprinklers. We had a guy out there who drove through a sprinkler, literally dissolved the fucking system. And we're talking a 1,200 gallon system, 1,200 gallons a minute for 5 minutes, flooded the entire fucking warehouse. The dude crawled off the warehouse, went over and talked to a friend and walked out. So I had to go talk to the plant manager, and he's looking at because we couldn't find the forklift driver. We go and talk to the forklift driver or talk to the manager, and he goes, I got him on video. So we're watching it. The dude gets off the forklift, walks over to his friend, walks right out the door, punches out, and leaves. We go to the friend who's at the door, and is like, what did y'all talk about? He says, and I remember the date because very clearly the guy asked me, he says, what'd you ask him? He says, he asked me how long it had been since 420, and I said, not long enough, you need to leave. And the dude punched out, and left. Because here's the deal in most places. If you quit a job, you can come back in 30 days. If you get popped on a drug test, you can never come back. You're blackballed. If you refuse a drug test, it's a 1-year suspension. Even though most places won't hire you back if you walk out and refuse a drug test, they can't prove that anything was in your system. So in 1 year, you can hypothetically get your job back. But we would have guys drive a forklift through a wall, get off the forklift, and walk right out. And there's nothing we could do about it. But we knew.
I've also seen probably hundreds of equipment accidents on stone cold sober people.
I have too, but you can prove those as accident. But you know who cares? OSHA and the insurance company.
Yeah.
And that's what matters.
Liability matters.
Well, usually your sober guy, he's going to have an accident, but it's literally not going to like drive through the wall and keep going.
I don't know. Here's the thing is
allegedly
an accident happened. I've seen people blow the front tires of a loader on their first day on the job and then get escorted off the property because they're just stupid. How do you blow both front? Run into a dump truck and blow both front tires on a loader when you're loading a dump truck. That's so dumb to do. Stone cold sober, but he was just an idiot.
Well, he's just an idiot, yeah. Again, there should be an IQ test for this. There's supposed to be a test for this shit. And even where I'm at now, when I came in and told them, I was like, so all of the forklift operators qualified? They're like, oh yeah, we qualified them. I'm like, who qualified them? Oh, we go watch them drive and then we qualify them. I'm like, that's not how it's done.
Yeah.
And
now if I'm at work and we're doing something at work and somebody says, oh, I'm going to go outside and smoke a J, I'm going to look at them and go, yeah, you're not working with me for a few hours because you're just not trustworthy right now to me. So, and I don't want to die.
Don't get me wrong. If a guy goes home at the end of the day and wants to smoke a joint, and I've worked with people that did it, go about it. And like like what Blake was saying, if you show up beside me and you smell like weed, that means you've done it in a very little amount of time. I've got guys that smoke cigarettes and they go on their breaks and come back in, and 5 minutes later I can't smell it. But weed, if you come in and smell like weed, I know you just did it. We're not working together.
There's a time and place for everything. Work is not the time.
Yeah, and you're also putting all of your leadership into a very bad position. You're putting in a very constricting environment. Because, I mean, I'm a manager. If I know somebody is probably going to be impaired and I let them work, I could be the good guy and say, yeah, that's fine. Come on in. Yeah, I'll let you work. And as soon as he knocks a wall down or kills somebody or drives over him with a forklift, I've got to live with that.
Yeah, that's the liability part.
Yeah. So,
yeah, liability comes in all forms. It comes from the being intoxicated at work and from stupidity.
That's what Serenity Kitty just said. You can prevent drunk and high, but you can't prevent stupid.
Yeah.
My stepdad used to say, so being a maintenance guy, we used to say we'd have to idiot proof things, have to put more guards around it, more sensors, more eyes. And when I was at the meat plant, we had this girl. So she ran over herself one time with a self-propelled forklift, broke her ankle. Because these self-propelled forklifts have a spring-loaded yoke on them. And you're supposed to, when you let it go, it's supposed to pop up and stop the forklift, puts the brakes on. She would start walking toward her fucking write-up bench where she'd do her reports, pull behind her a 3,000-pound tote of meat, and then just let the handle go and then do her little things. Well, one time the yoke didn't come up fast enough and she ran over her own fucking foot and broke her ankle. Next time she's on a meat machine that actually would suck pockets into like plastic and fill them full of meat. And they would reach up and try to pull the plastic out if they got stuck. So we put guards around it. Then she found out that she could go underneath the machine and pull out from underneath it. We saw her doing it, so then we put sensors on the little side panels. Then somehow she went into our maintenance area, found some of the little magnets, and we put the magnets on top of the machine and pull the doors off and then reach up in there. She reached up into this thing and tried to pull the magnet out. So imagine it like this. It sucks these pockets into plastic, into heavy gauge plastic. It fills them full of meat, covers it with another piece of plastic, welds it shut with heat, and then it drops this giant chain on it that moves in a circle and cuts the pocket out. That's how you get these Genio hams and these Genio turkeys and stuff. She reaches up into this thing, and this chain is like a 420 motorcycle chain with a 1/4-inch blade on it that's 2 inches wide. That's what it cuts the pocket out with. She reaches up between this thing, and the thing drops on her arm. It broke her arm when it dropped. However, then the blades decided to start spinning. She freaked out and backed up, and luckily she backed up into the E-stop. Otherwise, it would have cut her arm completely off. At that point, the plant manager fired her. He said, "You're unsafe. You're eventually going to die. You're going to kill yourself. And I don't want it to be here. You're fired. Get out." She tried to sue for unemployment and they denied it because they said she's so fucking stupid she shouldn't be working anywhere. And that was the end of it.
Well, that would have been disability.
Dude. and here she still has a broken arm. That was the bad part. That workers' comp didn't cover her broken arm because she violated safety regulations. She fucked herself all the way around with that. When they've got you on video doing something so fucking stupid that every inspector in the room goes, "You should be dead and we would be better off for it," you have fucked yourself.
I've seen a lot of stupid shit when I worked at Home Depot, and they covered all of it, so I'm a little surprised.
Must have been all that weed she was smoking at lunch.
Well, a lot of it had to do with that is the third time she self-inflicted a wound on herself. That's why workers' comp wouldn't touch it. And they're like, you're the stupidest motherfucker in this building. We're glad to get you out of here. We're not covering this.
Oh no.
That is nuts.
Yeah, there's I don't know, it's one thing to make a mistake. It's another thing to go out of your way to make the mistake.
So we have in the military, we have what's called the self.
enabling.
Yeah, we have what's called the self-correcting error. It's something you do one time, and you should learn from it. My favorite is we went to in 2005. We went to Famfire for 9mm. So we were IA. There were a lot of people in class that had never held a 9mm. The instructor has this rack back to the slide, and he tells everybody, "See that silver thing inside the chamber? Push it." Well, my partner, he goes to reach inside. I said, "Don't you fucking dare! That's the inside. That's the slide release, and you definitely don't want to touch it on the inside." You heard about 12 people. You heard 12 snaps, and then you heard people go, "Ow!" The instructor goes, "I bet you never do that again." That's a self-correcting error. If you didn't learn from that, it's your own fucking fault. If you ever reach in and hit that slide on the inside again, you're a fucking idiot. So there are some things you should learn from. If you don't, Darwin take you. Hey, everybody. Okay, I'm off my soapbox now. What's going on, y'all?
That's our motivational speech for tonight.
Motivational speech.
Here's your Darwin Award.
No
What's the
labels. That's it.
what's the guy from Louisiana, John Kennedy? Life is hard. It's harder when you're stupid. The representative from Louisiana. Or like that other guy, if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough.
I don't know. There's levels. There's levels.
Yeah, Ghost says, she says, I haul shit that goes boom. I can't even take cold medicine. When I retire, I'm growing a garden. And again, that's, I am not anti-drug. I am not anti-weed. I am I got to work with you while you're doing dumb shit that I can't control. That's what I'm anti. I love a good after-work drink, and we all know this because it's Friday night, and we're all pretty fucking shit-faced. Well, maybe not all of us. Biker Girl is, but
Hey.
I love you. You know I do.
I just started. It's early here.
It's a big difference that at the end of the day, I'm going to relax. I'm going to have a good time. Then, oh, look, I'm going to wake and bake. And then I'm going to go to work and fuck everybody else's day up. It's a different day. I just got my job to start doing drug tests on hires. So, because the HR lady didn't want to offend people by sending them for drug tests when they first got hired. And I'm like, listen, lady, if you're going to hire somebody and they're looking for a job, they should be expecting to be sober when they show up for the job. Don't feel bad about sending them out for a drug test on their first day on the job.
And the entire time that you were active duty, you never showed up with a hangover.
Hangover, yes.
That's what it is.
So if you're in port, and here's the difference. If you're in port, you're going to be fucking chipping paint, swabbing decks, scrubbing bilges that day. Okay, I might show up a little fucking under the weather. If I'm getting underway that day, if I've got a turbine exhaust to do, if I've got a fucking ECP to stand, you fucking better bet your ass I'm not going to show up under anything. Not even the slight. Because, the military, they have the 8-hour rule.
When we deployed it, they deployed us anywhere. If we had time, pretty much everybody would come to my house because we'd have to fly out. So they'd give us the warning order and be like, okay, and everybody come to my house because then we jump up. The van would come to my house to pick everybody up off of the plane, and we would get trashed.
Yeah, before a deployment, fuck yeah,
completely floored. And then it was just like, okay, just get us on the plane. And we're gonna sleep for the next 23 hours.
Yeah.
Wherever we're going.
Well, because you've got the 8-hour rule before you can arm up. I was on an air base one time, an Air Force base. They fucking breathalyze you before they let you take your weapon. You go to the armory, you're gonna take a fucking breathalyzer. Yeah, they're serious about that shit.
Otherwise, nobody would take your weapons. Shoot, there was a 6-month period. I don't even remember when I was active duty. It was great.
Oh my god.
It was divorce time. I don't remember anything. shoot. I don't know. It's when it comes down to that. Yeah, people make mistakes. And I'm not a zero tolerance guy. People are going to make mistakes. Make the same mistake twice, I'm going to look at you funny. I'm going to make a lot of fun of you. Third time, yeah, you're out. It's just
We used to do the quarter deck games. We'd come back at night, and the rule was you had to make it across the gangplank by yourself. Request permission to come aboard by yourself.
rules. Yeah,
If you couldn't make it, you got a drunk watch stood on you. So we would get at the end of the gangplank at the top of the stairs, line people up. You ready? Yeah, I'm ready. You sure you're ready? Yeah, I'm ready. And send them across. And they get across to the quarterdeck and get to the OD, and he's got a fucking smirk on his face. And you're like, request permission to come aboard. And he's like, looks at you. He's like, come aboard. And at the other end, we're all like, yeah, we're giving them a fucking cheer. And as soon as they walk off the quarterdeck, you can fucking stumble around all you want. But you better be able to cross that quarterdeck under your own power. If you couldn't, you had to stand a drunk watch.
I've only ever crossed a quarter deck once. The entire time that I was in, I actually came across a quarter deck one time, and I'm coming on, I'm saluting bullets and all the stuff that's there, the rope, the guy, and I'm like, can I come on the boat? I don't know what to say here. I had no clue. I'd always come in by helicopter or come in, through the well deck. It was always operations. I never crossed the quarter deck for anything. It was guys like, you want to do what on this what? I'm like, I want to come on the boat. I don't know, man. Just fucking let me on. He's like, you're not doing that here. You press come aboard. I'm like, you want me to come on a board? What the fuck is wrong with that? The boat, the ship. Oh yeah, you said the boat. It's a ship. Okay, I'm gonna go now.
Yeah, nope. So that's like boat and ship. I see guys, and it's always the guys that only spent like 4 years in that are fucking anal about that shit. It's a boat, it's a ship. I could fucking care less. It's just like the guys that call clips magazines and magazine clips. I could fucking care less. Do you understand what I'm talking about? We're about to fucking throw some lead down range. That's what fucking matters. These guys that get anal about fucking calling a fucking magazine a clip, dude, you did not spend enough fucking time in if you can't understand what I'm telling you. So get fucking wise, because, it's like that meme they show where the dude has the fucking motorcycle vest on with every fucking ribbon he ever earned on it and shit, and he's still got a fucking high and tight 30 years later. That dude spent 4 years in. The fucking dude that spent 20 in and had a real fucking hard time while he was deployed, that motherfucker looks like the fucking Big Lebowski. Because now he's like, I could give a fuck less. Okay, I said I was off soapbox. I'm off my soapbox again. I swear, this time I am.
You're soapbox, man.
Tonight I am. I'm in a mood tonight. I'm in a fucking mood. Give me a fucking box. I'll fucking climb on it.
Mood. It's the drinking. Okay.
No, it's not the alcohol. No.
Next thing you know, people are getting punched.
No.
It'll be anarchy.
No, if that's the only way it's healed. Oh, I did have some margaritas tonight. Gosh, damn it.
The neighbors will hear the commotion and call. Judge will order it. Lesbian.
Hey guys, I'm gonna pop up for a second. I'll be right back. Okay.
Go pop your shit. Be right back. All right, let's go. I think I have an intermission thing here.
I think lesbian AA meetings would be great because you got something in common.
The funny thing was, in all seriousness, we go to these lesbian AA meetings, and what do they call it? The TAMDA, and there was TAMDA and there was Lambda. And they got the same fucking problems we do, man, with women. And it's funny as hell. Because it's...
oh my God. I had a really good friend of mine when I was living in Southwest Arizona. Nick. This dude, he was gay as hell. He was a manager at a Texas Roadhouse, and the guy he was dating was one of the waiters there. And it was his birthday. We used to go there all the time. And we're sitting in the VIP booth, and it's his birthday. So he comes over and he sits down next to us, because we're gonna have the birthday shindig, thing for him. And he's already drunk, and he puts his arm around me, gets up close to me, and he goes, "Hey Doug, you're one of my best friends." And I said, "Yeah, man, we get along real good." And he goes, "It's because we got something in common." And I said, Nick, I don't think we have that much in common. I don't, you know, we get along, you know. He goes, no. I'm the man part. That's one of the funniest fucking things ever said.
Well, it's, again, like any other thing, we've got more in common than we do apart. I mean, except for that, maybe the 30 minutes to an hour, however lucky you are a night. Except for that, we're just the same. To hear, so we go to these meetings, and the guys are talking about how some woman broke their fucking heart and made them drink, and now they blah blah. And the girls are telling the same fucking story. This bitch broke my fucking heart, man. Fuck that bitch. And we're like, yeah, fuck that bitch, yeah. And it's the same fucking stories. It is.
She made me.
She took my money, man, and I thought she loved me, and she took all my shit. We're like, yeah, fuck her, yeah. It's the same fucking story. So when I deployed, most of my friends overseas were lesbians because we could all hang out. I didn't want nothing from them. They didn't want nothing from me. We had a great fucking time. So, pick the people that will keep you where you want to be. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
And we had a great fucking time. Once you remove, again, it's everybody's fucking nightmare is, their spouse is going to deploy and their spouse is going to be with, the opposite sex. Oh my God, there's going to be women there and you're going to... Once you take out all that weird shit what the fuck is it called?
It's a phobia, whatever it's called.
Yeah, once you take out all the weird shit of a deployment about, the relationships between men and women, once you take all that weird shit, sex shit out, you've got a good fucking relationship. You don't have to think about that shit. Yeah. So, we all have the same fucking problems, and it's so fucking funny that we're all so much alike.
It's called trust. If you don't
Yeah.
trust her, don't be with her. Yeah. That's just it. It's just trust. So, yeah.
Ghost says, yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah, keep it simple. Yeah, no kidding. I see Jason Ghost, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's there was another thing that kind of spurred from Nick putting his arm around me that night and doing that to me. We were in Australia, King's Cross area, and when we showed up there, it was Gay Pride Week, and they were doing the whole parade thing, and they're wearing this guy that was in our little group walking around. He's like, oh, they're looking at me, and he's all in his homophobe status, and they're checking me out, checking me out. I put my arm around him, and I said, no, man, you're good. Don't worry about it. I've got my arm around this guy, and I'm like, dude, I'm good. No. I said, don't worry about it. You're good. You're good, right? Especially right now, you're good. He's like, how am I good? Because they're all checking me out. I said, because they all think you're with me, man.
They're jealous,
Get
yeah.
your arm off me,
Oh, so dude, we go to Naples, and in Naples, you ever been to Naples?
No.
There's a castle there, and they tell you, so in the daytime, there's a moat, and the moat has little stalls, and they have little shopping things in there. And they tell you, don't go down there at night because that's where all the prostitutes hang out. So and that's where all the illicit shit is.
Places they tell you not to.
So one of the guys that's with us, I was like, they're like, oh, that's where all the cross dressers are, and that's where the prostitutes hanging out. And we're like, all right, we'll stay clear of that. One of the guys is like, dude, I'm gonna find one of these fucking cross dressers. I'm gonna fuck them up. I was like, dude, you're not gonna fuck them up, dude. Don't fucking do this shit. Don't get yourself into this fucking shit. So we're down there, because they got all these lights on the castle and shit. I wanted to see the fucking castle. I was like, we just won't go down in the moat. So, of course, we get near the fucking place, and of course the prostitutes all came out. So, one of the man boys come out, and he walks up and is like, hey, any of you guys looking to get a blowjob? And the dude walks up to him and goes to fucking swing at him. The dude fucking ducks back, and he's like, the only thing I like better than sucking dick is fighting. And he beat the shit out of him. And he's like, dude, fucking help me. I'm like, dude, you're on your own. You did this shit to yourself.
Are you kidding me? We're gonna watch and make fun.
Well, the man boy looks up at us like, I'm like, no, go ahead, take his ass out. He's fucking stupid. And he's like, no, I think he's had enough. I'm like, we're gonna take him back to the ship now. And this dude's like, why didn't you guys help me? I was like, because you fucked up, dude. This is on you. You did this shit, and I hope you learned something from it. This is all on you. It was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. And obviously, we're fucking Navy. The dude never fucking lived it down. We reminded him of that every fucking minute of the day for the rest of the deployment.
There would be pink silk panties put on.
Dude, we rubbed that shit in so fucking hard. It was fucking hilarious.
that goes down to the enabling and consequences thing. It's I don't know, man. The living it down part, they're never going to live it down.
Oh, he never, dude. I was on the ship for 3 more years after that, and when I left, he was still fucking.
I,
We pulled into Fort Lauderdale, and even still, then the guys were like, "Hey, man, you want to go down by the Golden Anchor, man? We can pick you up a good chick down there." He's like, "Fuck you guys." But oh yeah, dude, he probably still. If I had my way, I'm not a vindictive guy. If I had my way, I'd have called this next fucking command and said, "You know what happened when we were in fucking Naples?"
oh, I totally would have.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That would have been funny as fuck.
I would have been like, guess what this guy did?
Welcome in, Sterling.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You guys got some good stories. I guess we got off track. We were talking about some cool shit, but
We had a guy that made the same mistake twice. Got him out of the first one. Second time, it was time for him to feel some consequences from it. And what he was doing was he would get in the D7 Caterpillar bulldozers, and there's a battery key and there's an ignition key, and he was always forgetting his battery key. So what he did was he turned the battery key on, and he'd get in and fire up the ignition, start it up, and then he'd go back and he'd turn the battery key off, pull his key out, and the engine will run. But it's really hard on solenoids. It'll burn a hole right through the solenoid after about 8 hours. So the second time he did it, I took a wire, little thin, craft wire, and I wired it up on the ceiling tile frame to where it would hang right about here, right in front of his locker. So every time he'd go get into his locker, the thing would tap him on the head. Maybe he'd get all pissed off. Don't move that. You leave that right there forever. That thing stayed there for 6 months while he bumped his head on it. It's just one of those things, man. And everybody knew, don't take it down. That's to remind him, don't do stupid shit. $450 solenoids, not easy to take care of. Consequences.
We had a guy that. So we're talking about drunk watch on the ship. If you come on and you're too drunk, you can't fucking carry yourself on. Someone has to stand drunk watch on you the entire night to make sure you don't. What ship was it on? I think it was the Comte de Gras. They let a guy on. He got in his rack and he basically choked on his own vomit. So after that, Navy wide, if someone came on and they were identified as too drunk to get themselves on, they had to stand a drunk watch the entire fucking night. Here's the caveat. If you have to stand a drunk watch on somebody, number one, you're going to make their fucking life miserable. Because now, instead of having a cool night of duty, once you actually get off watch, you've got to stand with some drunk ass in his fucking bunk. So, if you have a drunk watch stood on you, now you're on the drunk watch list. So the next time somebody comes on drunk, you've got to stand drunk watch on them.
Consequences.
But there's always one guy who didn't have to have a drunk watch on him that has to stand a watch on somebody else. And I remember the guy across from me came on drunk, and he started throwing up in the berthing. The guy that was standing drunk watch on him didn't fucking drink. And he's like, "Oh, you're going to clean this shit up." So he goes and pulls a fucking mop bucket, pulls it half a fucking Pine Sol, half a fucking water. And as soon as the fucking guy starts throwing up, he's like, "Oh no, you're throwing up in the fucking bucket, and then you're going to clean that shit up too." So he had 2 mop buckets, one full of Pine Sol and one full of puke. And he kept fucking making the dude clean up more shit. And it was fucking hilarious. We got up just to watch the dude throw up because it was funny as fuck. But and he got put on the next drunk watch. So
The same guy that got beat up, wasn't it?
Sterling, thanks. Actually, it was.
Oh my god.
Actually, it was.
It drove him to drink.
Some people don't learn from their fucking shit. This is the same fucking guy that he was telling us his car wouldn't start. His car kept not starting, and we kept jumping his fucking battery for him. And I said, you need to get your fucking battery changed. He goes, "Oh, as long as I got somebody to jump the battery off on me, I'm fine." I was like, "You need to get this fucking battery swapped out." He's driving home one day, and his fucking battery explodes in his fucking car. Blows the fucking hood off of it. Because at some point, so we set back the machine again. It started with his battery was dry, and we told him, "Go to the fucking store, get some distilled water, fill your battery." He goes on the ship, fills it out of the fucking evap, and that's distilled water. Well, then he gets home, it won't start, so he fills it from tap water. And then he kept filling it with tap water because the battery kept drying up. And I was like, if your battery keeps drying up, that's not fucking good, and you shouldn't fill it up with tap water because it has minerals in it. So no surprise his fucking battery blew up like a month later. Exploded under his fucking hood. So yeah, that's definitely one of the guys that never stopped fucking up because you couldn't teach him anything. He was too fucking smart for everybody else.
Consequences.
Sterling, thank you very much. So who got that gift? Chasing Ghost got it. Very good. Good call. If anybody deserves it, it's Chasing Ghost. She's my steady buddy. I need to go see Chasing Ghost too. So at the Galveston, when they have their next motorcycle shindig down there, I got to go see Chasing Ghost because I've been telling her I'm going to go see her anyway. So I'll eventually make it down there. Hey, our Blondie's back. Did you enjoy your time? Everything come out okay?
What did I miss?
We were talking about this dude on the ship that got the shit beat out of him by a crossdresser, and it was funny as fuck.
We were talking about volunteering at orphanages.
Yes, that's it. If you guys got this, I have to go get rid of some Dr. Pepper. And
story better.
I'll tell you about it when I get back, but I got to go get rid of some margarita first. I'll be right back.
Orphanages and
Keep her occupied.
benefiting the underprivileged. Yeah, for sure.
Highly overrated.
Yeah, everybody would come back nice and get good night's sleep. You don't want to know. You just ate. We were just talking about.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
That was me being thoughtful. It's rare.
Yeah, I've never once said that you're not thoughtful.
Yeah, it's a rare occurrence. Shoot. What is this? Well, you know what? That is a borderline one there. They censored Serenity Kitties. I'm going to show it. Cross-dressing organs. Wow. Oh my God. So what have you been up to other than moving?
That's actually a lot. So I had to run out because I had someone here to pick up some stuff I sold on Facebook Marketplace.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. Got some free stuff out by the road, and the mother-in-law left today, so she is on her way already. She caught a shuttle out to San Francisco, is getting on the plane tomorrow, flying to Little Rock, and then taking an Uber out to the house. And already, it's just been a nightmare. She left so much stuff behind that it's crazy. And it was all stacked on the stairs. Oh, whatever's on the stairs, just get rid of it. I don't need this. And I did. Like, the second she left, I put it out road for free, and it's half gone. And then she's like, oh, wait a minute, don't get rid of my cassette tapes.
I feel like I just missed a good joke.
They're gone, first of all. And I kept one somebody took a cassette tape.
Jeez.
Sorry.
No, jeez, that's why.
Welcome in, Neil.
Yeah, when my dad moved in with me, I had given him like a week and a half. I said, everything you're going to bring, box it up. That way we can fit it in the truck. Because we're going to come out. We're not staying. We're just going to throw everything in the back truck, put you in, and we're going to come back out here. 6 hours one way or 7 hours one way driving. So gave him a week and a half, reminded him daily. Got out there, and he had one box.
Yeah.
It's just the rest of it was just shit everywhere. And I looked at him and I said, okay, well, here's what we're going to do then, since you didn't box everything up. We're taking the stuff you need, and then we're going to fill the rest of the space loose, and that's it. We're not bringing anything else. So we got everything in, and he looks and he goes, well, what about those paper towels? I went, fuck the paper towels, man. We can load them in the truck. They're going to blow out, okay? There was no space in that truck for anything. So he gets out here, and I think he realized, there wasn't any room for all that stuff anyway, So probably a blessing in disguise that he didn't box everything up, because he still wouldn't have it all out. He's still got boxes in his room that he hasn't opened. So, yeah.
It's she's moving into a 500 square foot apartment, and it is now. I unloaded everything into it's crammed into a two-car garage. If that tells you what I
Yeah.
have to deal with when I get there.
That's the one thing I am not going to do to my kids when I'm of the age of dying. I'm not going to have a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah,
Okay, I will start getting rid of shit and getting, you want this, take it. It'd be like when I have a garage sale. You looked at that, you put it back. You have to take it with you now. you know, so I have garage sale rules. If you pick it up, you touched it last. You have to take it with you. I don't care. I'm not going to charge you. You just have to take it.
yeah, it's yours now.
Ghost
Yep.
says she's taking her physical tomorrow, her DOT physical. If she passes, she'll get drunk and play guitar all night on her live stream. If she fails, she'll do the same. So let's all come on tomorrow and watch.
It's gonna be a pass.
It's
It's gonna
gonna.
be a pass.
Apparently, there's gonna be some drunkenness and some guitar. So let's all show up tomorrow to
I'll,
Ghost channel and watch her play guitar while she's drunk.
I'll give you one of the tricks.
All in
that if
favor?
If you have high blood pressure, if you take a Cialis before you go in about an hour, your blood pressure drops down. I'm not saying I would ever do that if I did the CDL physical, but it works really good for your blood pressure.
I don't think I could take that before the CDL because then I'd have an extra shift to shift. So no,
Well, and
I'd confuse the driver. But
yeah, well, when I'm not saying that I would ever do that, but the doctor that did my last physical was kind of shocked.
in all seriousness, so they do have NO2 supplements. So if you take an NO2 supplement, your blood pressure will drop.
Yeah, it'll drop.
I'm not sure about Cialis. Viagra definitely. NO2
Cialis
definitely.
works really good for it. I'll have to check my CDL real quick.
If you know a dentist, they can give you some nitrous gas.
Oh yeah, you can get on a Knox box. You're good. Just don't take anything that's going to show up on the urinalysis because they're doing that too. So, not that I would know any of the tricks.
Don't take the other calming brownie mix. No.
Yeah, right. Had that CDL now for 30 years. So yeah. Even when I had hypertension, I just breezed right through it. It was amazing.
In all seriousness, biker girl, how's the move going?
Oh, somewhere from chaotic to completely horrible. Yeah. So the mother-in-law, I moved all of her stuff there. I just got back from Arkansas, a few days ago, I guess. Um, so her stuff is there and moved, and I was just telling Doug that she left so much crap behind, so much crap, and she did these random piles kind of everywhere, but two massive random piles that like, hey, if you can fit this, I'd like to hold on to it, and you can just get rid of this for me. Cool, because
So what you're
I don't
saying
have
is
my
it
own
went off
stuff
the
to
side
do.
of a mountain in Montana somewhere.
So anything that she said I could get rid of, the second she left on her shuttle today, they were pulling out of the driveway, and I ran it up to the curb, put a free sign on it, and left it at the end of the road. and
Fuck this bitch.
Gone, including 2 huge cases holding cassette tapes. I'm talking about 80 cassette tapes.
I still have probably 300 fucking cassette tapes
Oh my god.
in a box under a bed.
I didn't think they would go, and they went. Somebody took them, and just a minute ago I got a message.
Somebody's got a 1986 Goldwing somewhere with a cassette player, and they're gonna take
Yeah.
that shit. Or a
She
Camaro.
goes, oh, I don't need the holders, but if you'd hold on to those cassette tapes for me, that would be awesome. And I was like, oh. I told my husband, I was like, do not respond. Do not respond. We are not addressing this.
We didn't get that. We didn't get that message. Who's this again?
Shit.
New phone. Who dis?
They fell off the truck, Mom. Sorry.
Yep. There's so much that she she's like you know what? She's really organized, so I'll give her that. She's really organized, but she's like a level 7, 8 out of a 10 hoarder, and has to keep every single thing she's ever touched in her whole life. And so, like, I moved 3 sets of wheelchair ramps. Not a single one of us is in a wheelchair at all. That's stuff that should go to like one of those loan closets, so that somebody else could use it. But, anyways.
Would it be too painful to talk about your move to Arkansas and all the cool things that happened on the way?
Oh, are you talking about me on the side of the road bawling my eyes out for 4 hours?
I would have drove and got you. If I'd have known you were that close, I'd have drove and got you. Fort Smith, that's only like 6 hours away. I'd have drove out, cried on the side of the road with you.
What would you have done?
Cried on the side of the road with you.
Yeah, that was it too. I am not really suave and natural driving. I'm not gonna lie. Like I haven't done it for a regular for a long time. And still until my husband lost his license and I had to start doing all the driving for him. So driving his truck is not my favorite thing. And then hauling a trailer, good night. I mean, I know some people do that and that's their like superpowers. I don't know that I have unclenched yet. And I'm not just talking my fingers, like anything.
We know.
Oh, yeah.
You'll never get a pin up that ass. No.
Oh,
no.
my God. So hauling that, first of all, the 2 hours up the coast was probably the scariest part. And then all of a sudden, like getting the notice that there's something wrong with your trailer wiring. I was like, what? Your lights aren't working. So I pulled over. I'm on I-40 and everybody's just flying by me so fast that my truck is shaking. And one of my tires was leaking, like absolutely leaking. And I had just gotten that like roadside assistance specifically for RVs and trailers, because I was worried. And I was worried, like, hey, babe, do you think we should bring the trailer in and have it serviced and maintenance before the trip? He's like, nah, what could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? Yeah. What are you, an amateur?
I'm on the side of the road like that fucker. It's so hard right now. How did I let him talk me out of doing that? He knows. I will tell him. Anyways.
I'm making the Steve Buscemi list of people to punch in the face. And you're on it.
So I called up the roadside assistance, and thank God there's like a 2-day vesting period. I was like 4 days into it, so they sent somebody up to me. 2 cops stopped and just made conversation, and then finally like a Love's truck pulled up, and he goes, "You're not a semi." And I was like, "Yeah, no shit. Could you imagine me driving a semi? No." And he goes, "Well, I don't know if I can work on this. All my tools are for semis." But dude made it happen. I had a spare tire. All we had to do was change it out, put the spare tire on it. And he didn't have an air compressor that would fit on that tire. So that was the only thing. I don't know. I can't explain it either, but I had my...
I know. No, so I used to work on Taylor forklifts, and the Schrader valves are a different size.
Yeah, but how is he not carrying the adapter?
Yeah.
He's just not prepared. I mean... You have adapters. You lose your adapters. Eventually, you don't have any adapters, and it's like, where the fuck are my adapters? So yeah, I get it. I fucking get it.
Yeah.
Actually, I can relate to that. There was one time I filled up a tire with refrigerant. So yeah.
How'd that work out? Ah.
Okay. It was an expensive fill, but it worked.
It took me 4 hours using my motorcycle pump because I had to keep charging it and then, filling it because it didn't have any air in it.
It would have been easier for me to fill up my fucking 30-gallon tank, drive out to you, and put air in your tires.
Oh, my God. So by the time I got the tire filled, there was a parking area maybe 2 miles away. I limped over, pulled in, and I was like, I'm going to spend the night because, again, my trailer lights aren't working and I don't know why. And I don't want to drive in the dark without the lights on. Get up in the morning and my dumb ass, decided I'll limp it to Hot Springs.
We're 5 minutes in. You can cuss all you want.
And exactly I get going. I had to move over, and the second I moved over, state trooper pulled me over because my trailer lights weren't working. He was so cool. And I explained everything, man, this and this and that, and he goes, "Well, I've got more bad news for you." He brought me over, and the tire right next to my spare had this huge like crack going all the way around the rim. And he's like, "You need to go straight to." It sent me to a tire place that was maybe 2 miles down the road. Pulled in. They have those tires coming in this afternoon. I paid for them. I'm waiting. But he crawled underneath there and he said, "Your leaf spring is broken and it's not attached to the trailer."
Cool.
And that's what broke the wiring harness.
That's what broke you.
Exactly, pretty much. So then while I'm waiting for tires, they sent me a mile down the road to some semi truck place. They actually got me a leaf spring, attached it, put it on, and he looked at my tires. He goes, "My God, I hope you make it back to the tire place." And I was like, I went out of there holding my breath, whispering a prayer, made it to the tire place, got new tires on, made it to Hot Springs. My handyman showed up and repaired my lights for me, and I had to buy a new brake assembly and put that on. And we realized that they replaced the tire on the spare tire and left the blown one in the back of the truck. So then I had to run down to Walmart, get it. Everything's brand new. I'm feeling so much better about the second trip.
So
and the second trip, the husband will be in the truck with me. So that son of a bitch gets to make it there unscathed.
make him drive. So, okay. So being a crane and mobile guy, I was a crane and mobile equipment technician. Finding the leaf springs where you were, you got absolutely lucky. So God was with you because that shit doesn't happen. The amount of leaf, I mean, so we had Chevy 2500s, Ford 150s, Ford 250s, Ford 350s, Chevy 4500s. We never had the right fucking leaf spring because that's just not something you keep in stock. For them to have the right leaf springs,
they didn't. They had to call up and have it ordered in.
Still, that's like a 2-week fucking order. For them to have that shit delivered like the next day, the next night, fuck, you got lucky.
Same day.
Same day? You got lucky.
I know. And especially when he called and he's telling her like what size it is, I guess in inches. And he goes, maybe. And he goes, "How loaded is your trailer?" And it's like, way overloaded. He goes, "Yeah, it probably is that. I measured it and it's probably stretched out or something." So he had measured it like 2 inches longer than it is.
But yeah, they put you some fucking heavy duty shit on there. Yeah, you got lucky. You got very lucky. As bad as it seems like you had it, you got lucky.
The fact that I did not completely blow all my tires at one time because they were dry rotted. And the trailer was so overloaded. It was so overloaded. You guys, she has huge storage, like these, I don't know what they are, tall, whatever they are, storage things that go in her living room. Had laid them down and packed them full and then stacked more shit on. There was no spare space inside the trailer. I think it said the trailer should hold maybe a max of 4,000 pounds, and it was like sitting so low.
Did you straight slap her in her fucking yeah when you got back?
I can't. She's
I
the
would
monster-in-law.
I'd have grabbed her by the taint and fucking filled it full of pepper.
No, what she did was she got rid of her cassette tapes, though.
I did. And
fuck you and fuck your cassette tape. Elvis, fuck him too. Yeah.
And her walker. I got rid of her walker.
Fuck that bitch. She don't need to walk. Walking's for chumps.
She doesn't use it.
Let that bitch crawl.
But it's a really nice one that she got for free.
What is that with old people? You get them a really nice walker and they never use it. It's like you can.
No, it's not hers. I got rid of it out at the road for free.
Make her
I will
crawl.
say this on the way back. The trip was very. It was great. My tires were great. I wasn't carrying too much weight, so it was perfect until Google Maps whispered in my ear, "I'm changing your route and not telling you. And we're taking the scenic tour of the Sierra Nevadas that nobody who's uncomfortable driving a truck and a trailer should be on."
Well, that's the one thing I have been Google Maps is if you're not watching it, Google will tell you, hey, we found a quicker route. If you don't want to take this route, you have 15 seconds to click this button. And if you're not fucking watching it, they'll send your ass up a fucking mountain.
Yeah, and they did. And they did. So the Sierra Nevadas is lovely and gorgeous. I saw waterfalls. I saw some beautiful things that I did not need to see on that day.
Things you would love to see on a motorcycle trip, not on a fucking cross-country moving trip.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Anywho.
Remember, it's not,
I'm all about seeing cool shit, but not out of a fucking truck window. No.
Oh, I don't look. When I'm driving that truck, I'm like I'm all business. I'm all business.
you know,
Yeah.
that's I guess that's the difference between bikes and vehicles. You know, in a vehicle, you just don't care. A to B, this is boring, this sucks. I'd rather be on the bike. The bike, I'm like, wow, look, that was a cool rock. Let's stop.
Yeah.
Look at that
Dude,
rock.
I quit a fucking job when I had to start driving a car to work. So when I lived in Jonesboro, I used to drive out to McCrory, Arkansas. I was on a motorcycle. I loved the fucking ride. It was an hour drive. I fucking loved it. It snowed one day. It snowed for a full fucking week, and I had to borrow my wife's car to drive it. And I was like, fuck this job. I quit. And I fucking quit.
Oh,
Fuck this job. Because in a motorcycle, we know this, motorcycle dudes, because we're fucking cool as shit. You can smell shit. You can smell the honeysuckle. You can fucking smell the trees. You can fucking, the ride is cool. You can weave and bob and feel like an absolute fucking person in the fucking elements. In a car, it's like for a fucking hour straight. And it's like, fuck this shit. I'm not into this. I'm not into this shit at all.
yeah.
And I quit the
It's like
fucking
that,
job
though.
and went back to the job I had before. Luckily, when I went back to the job, they wanted me back so bad, they gave me a $3 pay raise.
Nice.
So I'm like, so shit works out. I will say this: shit happens to you sometimes that you don't expect, and it seems like a curse at the time. But in the long run, it all works out for the best. Because if I'd have stayed at that job, I'd have kept making what I made. I quit that job, went somewhere else, worked for a while, and they were like, "Holy shit, we missed that dude. We could pay more money if he came back. Oh shit, he's back. Let's pay more money." And so when I fucking went to come back, they're like, "Hey, we'll take you back at $3 more an hour." And I said, "I accept." And I worked there for another year, like 2 years.
Spot for my bike.
But it was all because I didn't want to be in a fucking car. I wanted to be back on my motorcycle.
Yeah.
And I could stand the 20-minute drive on the motorcycle in 30-degree weather. I couldn't stand an hour drive on the motorcycle going to McCrory. So I quit the fucking job where I could drive my motorcycle again. Motorcycles are awesome. Motorcycles make your life better. I will stick to that
Yeah,
to my
they do.
dying day.
Makes
They make you more
everything
interesting.
okay.
They make you better looking. They make you way cooler. They no, motorcycles are pretty freaking awesome. I'm not gonna lie. It is and I think for everybody here too, it is your mental calmness, your therapy, your chi. You know, you get in there and you get going and you just kind of work through all the shit that you have going on in your head and find some inner peace.
Yep. Motorcycle or bugs in your mouth are a reminder that you're living your best life.
Mm.
Unless they go down your shirt.
Yeah.
Unless it's a bee.
Or if you're wearing ripped jeans and they go in the
Yeah.
holes of your jeans.
Now that's your own damn fault. If they bite you on the cooch, that's your own fault. You should wear real pants.
Real pants.
Shame on you. Learn your lesson.
My luck, it would go right up my pant leg, and that's where I get stung. So
Mhm.
no. Yeah.
Well, the good thing about getting stung on the balls is you no longer have wrinkly ball sacks because they
There's
swell up
nothing-
and tighten everything.
There is nothing good. I'm not even gonna try it. There's nothing good from that.
Just cutting
I have
up.
no
No,
words.
I guess I've been lucky. So the last time I caught a bee was when I was stupid and 16 on a dirt bike riding under pecan trees, and I caught a bee in the head.
Wow.
So that's when I also learned helmets are pretty cool too. Luckier than my stepbrother who caught a pecan in between his eyes. So under the same fucking pecan trees.
Wow.
So sometimes you
That's-
learn what you need to know.
Yeah, that's you need to start examining all the other things going on because that was a punishment for something.
Relive your life choices.
Right there.
I did something wrong. Did I kick too many puppies in my last
What
life?
did I do?
What made this happen? Yeah.
I've never seen a pecan fall off a tree, let alone anybody get hit by one falling off a tree. Wow, that's awesome. I don't know the last time that I got well, shoot, there's been a lot of bees, but I got nailed on the neck and it was like, okay, windshield. Yep.
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 Yeah.
Oh,
Yep,
Serenity
windshield.
Kitty, there's nothing cooler than a BMW. I don't care.
It's
I've
true.
had people fucking beat me up about. So I had a 1977 BMW that people said looked like it came from the 20s. Fuck you, don't care. It's cool. I had a 99 BMW that people said looked too fucking archaic and looked like something that came out of a fucking science fiction magazine. Fuck you, don't care. Loved it. I had the 86 that I fixed it up for a friend, but I kept it for 3 years. I'm going to say it's mine. Absolutely cool. BMWs are the coolest machines on the road. However.com. The K16 was way too tall for me. It was the only reason I got rid of it. But also the coolest fucking machine on the road. It turned every fucking head. So do not feel bad about BMWs because they're fucking awesome. And I will eventually get another BMW. Right now I'm just I'm in my Harley stage because at this time in my life when my hips need fucking life and my balls are getting tired of fucking dragging the fucking seat trying to touch the ground, I'm on a Harley. I will eventually get another BMW. So do not feel bad about the BMW. Fucking cool.
There's
Cool
a
points with the
factor there.
BMW.
Yeah.
I love my Street Glide though. Sorry, girl. But yes, Street Glide, fucking straight up. But I will have another BMW. Somehow I gained another 500 steps just sitting here. I guess I'm waving my hands around too much.
Well, it's
My-
because you keep climbing up and down on that soapbox, man.
I know. I'm on the step. I'm on the step machine getting on the soapbox.
It's not just steps; it's climbing up and down.
I did get to meet Serenity Kitty at the last camp out, so now I actually know who Serenity Kitty is. Absolutely.
Nice,
It's awesome.
nice.
All right, Biker Girl, what's up?
What's up?
What's
I
up?
am sold my property, packing up and leaving California.
So when's your next trip out this way?
Uh, Probably in 2 weeks. My husband is working until the 20th, and then he goes out on his retirement disability.
Well, I would say you guys are welcome to crash here at the house overnight, but it's a drive from the 40, so
Yeah.
She's gonna be
An hour
way
and a
further
half
north.
off the 40.
But I will come back to see you because my bike is at my pop's. I left my bike at my pop's.
Eventually, she'll make it down there. Yeah.
So I'll probably fly in and pick it up and drive it out.
But when she gets here, she's my neighbor, so I get to claim her for a while.
We'll talk. We'll talk
Cool.
about it. We'll make plans. Maybe we'll be a company.
I cannot
Yeah.
wait to actually have somebody close to me that will fucking ride. It'd be awesome.
I do not ride as much as I used to, and there's for two reasons. One is, I'm still kind of getting my feet under me, making sure I'm making smart decisions, But two is I just have to make sure I can't. So I can't leave my husband unattended.
I will ride and see you. Listen, Beanbag, I've got all these people around me. They're like, yeah, we'll ride this weekend. Yeah, we'll ride this weekend. Oh, sorry, man. I had this thing and things happened and I don't
Yeah.
know. Now my feet are swollen and I can't ride. So it's literally I'll make it's like, yeah, let's go down this weekend. Hey, we'll go to the winery this weekend. We'll go to the we'll go to the meadery. Oh yeah, let's ride down in the forest. Let's ride down to the fucking Horseshoe Lakes. And it's like, hey man, can't go. Sorry. So it's like there is nobody here to fucking ride with. So, dude, you're only like 3 hours away from me. I'll fucking ride up to you to ride. I won't put you out. Leave your husband home for like 4 hours. We'll go for a fucking ride. I'll ride home.
I mean, that is why the mother-in-law is going to be living with us, is to be able to help out and be available. Yeah,
Yeah, put her ass to work.
right? I
So
mean, he's good. He's good. He just, someone's got to be home just in case because he has seizures, so make sure that he's good.
yeah, my wife's already said as soon as you get down here, we're gonna go up there and we're gonna visit you guys. We'll help you settle
Heck
in.
yeah.
Yep, you guys can talk and drink vodka, and I'll fix your fucking wiring.
Fucking wiring.
I'll fix your shit. I'm good. I'm good for
Oh
that.
yeah, absolutely.
It's the rainy wiring trip. God,
I have taken longer trips to do shit. Yeah. Again, we're talking about, being of service. There's nothing more satisfying than being of service to someone who honestly can't fucking help themselves. And I fucking get it. And the whole purpose of this was there are people who can help themselves that fucking don't, that don't want to. And I'm a Virgo. We are of service, and that's what we're here for. And I absolutely believe that. And so we help everybody that we can because that's what we're here for. But when you're helping someone who can help themselves, they just don't want to, that's what's kind of prickly. So, yeah. Yeah, you and my wife can sit and drink, fucking iced tea and the little pink, what's this shit called? Whitney. Pink Whitney. Have you had a pink Whitney?
No, what is
Oh,
it?
baby girl. It's vodka. I'll tell you that. Better than that, it's pink lemonade vodka. My wife loves it. My wife loves it.
That's
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, that's your jam. So, yeah, you and my wife can sit around and drink pink Whitney, and I'll fix your fucking wiring and shit, and everybody be happy. I'm out of ice. Jerry, I'm out of ice. What the fuck would I do now?
Mine's
Woo! Cheers.
Slowly, babe. All right.
It's that
Yeah.
Good stuff. So I'm drinking, I don't even know what it's called. It's a new whiskey. So me and Amanda went out last night, my sister. Funny story. So we go out for Mexican. We're coming back, and I'm like, I'm going to stop and get some whiskey for tonight. So Amanda goes in the store with me. So my wife and her husband stays in the car. We're like, we're just going to run in and grab some shit. We get inside the liquor store. They're having a tasting. And we're like, oh, we have spouses? What happened to that? I don't know. So we're in the store doing a fucking tasting. So they have like toast. What was it? One was toasted sugar and the other was roasted marshmallow or blackened marshmallow. And so of course we had to try a few. They're like thimble shots. They're small little shots. But so we tried new whiskeys and shit. And one of them I really fucking liked, and I got a bottle of it. But it was very good shit. I mean, it was single barrel reserve, and I can't remember what the actual brand was, but it was very fucking good. If I can get Amanda, if you can run that bottle in here, I'll show everybody. Amanda, let's see how long our delay is. Let's see how long it takes her to get it in here.
Yeah, how long the delay is? At least 30 seconds.
But yeah, it was really good. So the funny thing was so on a stopper, usually the stopper on whiskey bottles is about that long. This one's like this fucking tall. I went to fucking twist it off and it popped right off. And I was like, oh shit, it's a cheap fucking bottle. But it was actually really good shit.
Uh-oh.
And now we wait.
And then we wait for the bottle.
I'll go get it myself. Hold on. Well, they've been drinking too. They might be passed out. I'll be right back.
I was going to say, they're out there going, I'm not giving him this bottle. I'll take it. Oh, jeez. Jeez.
Yeah. Cheese it.
He's back.
Amanda was on her way in, so come on around.
Oh.
So it's called Heaven Hill.
Bottled in bond.
Oh, and this is some good shit. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Come on in, babe. So this is my sister. whom I love.
Hey,
I adopted her when she was, how old were you? 9?
We
8?
were when we would get in trouble.
We never got in trouble. What are you talking about? We never
Full
got.
of shit, Amanda.
She's
Nine-
lying.
9 years
We
old.
never got in trouble. So yeah, she was like 8 or
one of
9.
us.
Her brother was one of my best friends, and so we were all very protective of her. So we watched out for her, and
We would sneak out and go to his house.
we would never. What is she talking about?
and play Atari.
We would never. What is she talking about? The funny thing was, so I lived like across from my grandmother. Her grandmother lived across from her. Her grandmother, my grandmother calls her grandmother one time and she goes, I don't know if you know this, but they're sneaking out at night. and
Your
going to
granddaughter's
Mike's."
over here.
Yeah. And her grandma was like, yeah, we know. We trust him. So, I was like, all these other kids are going out and doing drugs and drinking and shit. They're going to my house and playing Atari and Nintendo. And they're like, yeah, it's fine. She's like, yeah, that's fine. We're okay with that.
I find out, like, my grandmother is... I was in my 40s. She's like, I know all the times you went to Mike's house. And I'm like, well, do what? She's like, yep, I got a call from his grandmother every time y'all'd be over there at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, do what? I said, you never told Mom. She was like, you weren't hurting anything. You were okay. Like, okay.
It's not, so Neil, yeah, it's not that we never got caught. It was like everybody would look at it and go, they could be in worse places. So they didn't say anything. We felt like we were getting away with shit, but all we were doing was they were going. So my dad didn't live with me. I lived by myself. So all the neighborhood kids would sneak over to my house because they had a Nintendo and had an Atari, and we would stay up and fucking
And a weight bench and all kinds
in
of
a way
shit.
we'd cook shit in the microwave and play.
Truth or Dare.
We played the Truth or Dare. What was that game with the drinks?
Oh my God.
We would mix shit and dare each other to drink it. So we'd mix shit in a glass, and each person would add something else like Tabasco sauce, mayonnaise, mustard, whatever.
Oh, it was so disgusting.
Yeah, Vienna sausage juice. But we weren't doing anything bad. We were just being stupid
We were
kids.
so G-rated.
We were very G-rated. Yeah, we were very innocent kids. But we were just having fun. So it was a good time. We stayed out of trouble, and even though our parents and our grandparents knew we were doing it,
Our
they
parents
never
didn't know because my mama didn't know until just recently.
your mom wouldn't have cared either. So, but yeah, we were just being good kids. I mean, yeah, good time.
But
Long story
that
short. Thanks, son.
let me have that back.
Kentucky Run Bourbon. Got it.
That's good shit. So yeah, that was my innocent childhood. I didn't start getting in trouble until I joined the Navy. Navy was bad for me.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just sitting here thinking, God, that was so tame.
So we grew up in Louisiana. I mean, literally, we were. So me and one of my best friends, we were actually working in his uncle's shrimp boat. We would leave at 5 a.m, go out, stay out all day on the shrimp boat, get back at night. It was a working class, marine neighborhood doing shrimping and crabbing and oystering, and we were just trying to have fun. I mean, to us, we didn't need to be bad. We just wanted to have fun. And so we were having fun doing shit that kids did in the daytime, but doing it at night because that made it extra, dangerous, I guess.
It's the learning curve. You get to make all the mistakes and then say to yourself, wow, I'm never doing that again.
We did this with our kids. It's called the 10% solution. If you set a boundary and your kids go 10% past it, they think they're getting away with something. So you set the boundaries so low, they're still going to get past it a little bit, and they think they're getting away with something, but they're still actually under where you want them to be.
Yeah, I went the other route. I just educated them on how to get away with stuff. Flat out. It was like, listen, if you say, I'll be home at midnight, be home at 11 o'clock. Because your mom is going to be laying there and wide awake, and she's waiting for the refrigerator door to open and close to know that, and then she goes right to sleep. That's how you get away with everything. the refrigerator door. Once the refrigerator door closes, you can leave. You can take off, come back at 4 in the morning. I don't care. If she's asleep now, it doesn't matter. But here's the trick: is you come back an hour earlier than when she says, "Oh yeah, you got to be back at 9." Be back at 8, and then pretty soon, after a couple weeks of that, it's like, I'll just be back at like 10 or whatever. Come back at 9.
Yeah.
And then the time keeps getting pushed back because they know you're going to show up way early.
Well, if you build the trust, then you build in a cushion.
Deception. There's no trust because teenagers, we were stupid. Without getting into the whole story, there's some things that I learned as a teenager because I got away with stuff. But so I'm just going to say this one thing: I will never snort pumpkin spice ever again.
Oh my God.
That's a bad idea.
I have questions.
Yeah.
Wait a
Nope.
minute.
And pumpkin spice and cinnamon. No
There was a lot of
bueno.
stuff going up our nose that night. We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't have questions. I give up.
Yeah,
No.
no more. That's it.
I'm done.
There's a liability.
There's-
But it is hilarious watching someone swallow a spoonful of cinnamon and trying
Oh, yeah.
so hard, and then all of a sudden just this poof of like red dust just comes out of everywhere.
I didn't do the cinnamon. Somebody else did the cinnamon. I got the pumpkin spice.
Oh man.
well,
Still
in,
bad.
in case you didn't know,
Sinus cleared up.
cinnamon is anhydrous, and if you actually breathe it in your lungs, it will kill you.
Yeah.
Cinnamon is probably one of the worst things. The milk is fun because the whole drinking a gallon of milk thing, that's actually fun to watch. You can't die from that. Cinnamon will actually kill you if it gets in your lungs because it will suck all the moisture out of your lungs, and then your body can't absorb oxygen.
Oh
And
no.
Yeah. It's a whole lot like the Tide Challenge, the Tide Pod Challenge. If you actually get it in your lungs, it'll kill you because it will actually dissolve your lungs because the concentrated
sure.
Tide will kill you.
I am sure that if Tide Pods were a thing back then, I would have probably done it because we were really stupid.
Again, and that's the good thing about living in a small town. The things we thought were really stupid and edgy were really nothing. So I guess I was really lucky growing up in a small town.
Dang, man.
I guess I was really lucky, and you know what? And I guess I'm better for it because my sense of my sense of right and wrong was settled at a very early age. Because when I was in Texas, we were literally an hour from any big town, so anything we thought we were getting away with was really nothing. And then when I lived in Louisiana, living out on the bayou, most of my friends were all Catholic or very, very religious. And so that was the guiding light in your life, because all my friends, all my Catholic friends were going to CCD because, so, they come to school, they were talking about CCD. All my religious friends that were Protestant were talking about what they learned in church over the weekend. So it kept you very grounded. So the things you thought you were really getting away with, breaking away from all the religious background, you really weren't really doing shit compared to kids that were living in the city. So I think I grew up lucky.
We didn't live in the city though, man. We had cattle.
We
We just did a lot of stupid shit.
Well, stupid shit is different than stuff that would get you killed. Again, we went cow tipping.
Half of it would have got us killed. Yeah.
Well, the cow tipping, that was pretty fucking dangerous.
We did.
The swim with the gators. Okay, I take it back. We did shit that wouldn't have damned your immortal soul. How about that?
We didn't all make it. Okay, we didn't all make it through teenagers. Lost some friends.
We used to go out swimming in the fucking bayous in places where there were gators and fucking bull sharks, and we were just having fun. Now I would never go in those fucking waters. It's fucking insane. I guess we just got lucky. I'll settle with that. We just got lucky, I guess.
I ended up just getting on top of animals and winning buckles later on. So.
What exactly
We did
were
that
you
too.
doing?
Well, I mean, you're around cattle all the time, so might as well ride a few bulls now and then, and do some.
I didn't even get buckles for it. We just crawled on them.
Yeah, I don't even know where most my the cool part about winning buckles and stuff. It's not a matter.
Thanks for coming in, Ghost.
buckle. it's that you can take it to like a restaurant and then sell it for like $300 and be like, here, you can frame this if you want. You can have $300. Give me credit and then give me the cash after dinner. You know.
Yeah.
When I lived with my mom, the guy that lived behind us he had show horses. He had Arabians and he had a bunch of show bulls and he had a bunch of cattle. And he had them for tax write-offs. So the Arabians, he would pay me and my stepbrother to go saddle them up and run them around on a rope.
Right? Because if there is ever a bipolar nutty ass horse, it's an Arabian.
Well, here's the deal. He paid us to put a saddle on him and run him around on a rope. And we're like, he's like, don't get on these things. They'll fucking throw you. They might kill you. And we're like, really? Challenge accepted. And so this dude would spend
peanut and they go 8 directions at the same time.
Well, we would try to ride him. And I had so many fucking nosebleeds because once a horse learns that he can headbutt you, that's all he will ever do. And we would try to ride these things. And the same things with the bulls. It was like, don't get on the bulls. You're fucking stupid if you get on these bulls. And we're like, I think I'm stupid. I'm getting on this fucking bull. Yeah, we got no buckles. We were like, well, he said I couldn't do it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So
after that first horse beat the crap out of me, I learned how to not let a horse do that. But it takes one to beat the crap out of you.
Well, I think the fun of it between me and my brother was that once we got thrown off these horses, then it was like a challenge of how high can this horse throw me and I'll still be alive. So it wasn't, can I ride it, wait for it to throw me, and I want to go higher than my brother did. So it turned into a thing, a stupid thing. It turned into a thing.
I had this one Mustang that loved throwing, didn't throw me. I'd put her nose right into my toe, but liked throwing people. And I had this trainer that was working for me, and she's like, well, I'm going to get on that mare over there. And I said, it's probably not a good idea. Oh, no, I'll do it. Okay. So she goes and gets on this horse, and she's out in the arena, and next thing I hear is oh, and I turned and looked, and she was about 10 feet in the air, and she came down, and I was like, what the heck did you do? So I go out there, she's like, kind of dusting herself off, and I'm looking over at my Mustang going, okay, well, she's okay, but why'd she do that? And I looked over on the ground and said, oh, there's a rope. So she ran away from that rope snake. She goes, why is it? Yeah, it looks like a snake to a horse. You can't do that. You can't throw your rope on the ground, okay? You got to train him up for that.
My stepdad.
Like, okay, So then she goes over to her truck, sits in the truck, and I look back over, and I'm kind of keeping an eye on her, and then she passes out. Yeah, head injury.
Oh no!
So we call, and they show up. I didn't call, but the ambulance shows up, fire department. And I know all the guys on the entire crew that shows up in the fire truck and the ambulance. And they took one look at her laying on the ground, and they were like, okay. So her pants got cut all the way up to her waist. And I'm going, Dan, what are you doing? And he goes, well, we gotta check her. And I was like, it's a head injury, man. She can walk. She walked to the truck. And he goes, yeah.
Dude, at the steel mill, so I was on the EMR team at the steel mill. And on heat injuries, or anytime somebody passed out, you know what they passed out for? All the fucking clothes came off. Because you had no clue why they fucking passed out. Why are they on the ground? Don't fucking know.
Oh, they
check for electrical, check for shit, got the fucking clothes off. And we had this one dude, we called him Big Huey. This dude probably weighed about 300 pounds. They said if you passed out in front of Big Huey, he didn't care if he knew why you went down or not. Your fucking clothes are going missing. Because it was a challenge.
When she came to, she was so mad. That was her favorite pair of pants. She was so mad.
I did that in Virginia.
Why did they do that? And I said, you're 110 pounds. Okay? You're 110 pounds with 36 diabetes. They're cutting your pants off. Okay? It's all guys. That's what they do.
No, I mean, there is actually a good reason behind it. If you're being spiteful, fuck you. But there is actually a good reason why they cut your clothes off.
Yeah, I know. But not for her. She walked to the truck. They knew that. They knew I was there. And I was like, nah, she walked to the truck. She just hit her head.
If I had... Yeah, if I had to cut somebody's clothes off, we always had modesty towels. So if you got to cut their clothes off, and again, in a steel mill, you're looking at 150 degrees. There's a good reason for you to be cutting your clothes off. But I'm going to cover you up with something. But yeah, I would say Huey. You could be on the ground in 60-degree fucking temperature, out on the fucking grass. He's cutting your clothes off. It's going to happen because he's like, if you're stupid enough to pass out. I associate with this because when I was a range master, I used to tell people, take these kids out on the range. I said, stay hydrated. The first time you pass out, I'm going to give you an IV. The second time you pass out, you're getting the silver bullet. You're getting a rectal enema because it's the best way to put liquid into your body. If I can't find a vein, an enema is the best way to get liquid into your body through your intestines. You'd be surprised how many guys start drinking like they're fucking fish. Yeah. Once you tell them, I'm going to cut all your fucking clothes off and shove a fucking rectal fucking probe up your ass. They drink like they've never had a drink of water in their life.
I honestly,
effective.
If anybody ever said that to me, I would honestly look at them and say, make it a good one because it's going to be the last time you ever.
Seriously, it's effective. And I've had to take guys. So
you're not gonna have the ability to do that ever again.
No, I've gone for fucking arms. No, I'm telling you, when it's 130 degrees outside, you can't find a fucking vein. This guy's about to die in 10 minutes if you can't get liquid in him, if you can't fucking hydrate him.
I've always found
it's effective.
I have never had to do that.
I've had to stab a guy, and I'll get back to this story, but I've had to stab a guy in the ankle before to find a vein, because the inside of your ankle is the best place to find a vein if you can't find one anywhere else. However, oh no, that's the first ones to disappear. Nope.
So easy. You just lift up and.
Nope. Dude, when you're dehydrated, that's the first ones to disappear, or if you're in shock. If you're actually in heat shock, if you're in fucking heat stress, that's the first one to disappear.
I've done thousands of them. Thousands. I'm gonna go get my belt.
I had a guy at the range in Kuwait that fucking passed out, and I really did try to find one in his arm, couldn't find one. Tried to find one in his fucking ankle, couldn't fucking find one. Femoral was fucking submerged. I'm gonna give you the fucking enema, and it fucking worked. It brought him out of it. Once we got him out of it, then we gave him one in his fucking ankle, and with that kept. Because here's the caveat to that: once you actually do start reviving, you're gonna shit yourself. So we had to have one ran in his fucking ankle.
Are you still talking about butt stuff?
I don't know. I was talking about butt stuff, and then Just a Biker Girl needed to quench her thirst. So I don't know what that's all about.
This was a cool one.
But
I like this one because it had changing the subject. This one's got like little rubies on it. I thought that one was.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, I know. And this one was a cool one. This is where Bike Week's at actually right now.
I love that.
Yeah, this was a neat one. So.
Super cool.
Sorry. I only had to just walk out for just a second to find these two, but I'm not looking for any more.
Yeah. Well, the rectal scare was to basically make people want to drink water to avoid it.
Butt stuff, man.
However, it's effective. Well, Biker Girl likes talking about butt stuff. Don't damp her fucking theory.
It's a thirst trap for sure.
It's a thirst trap, yeah. Thirst trap because it makes you drink water. Anyway,
you're invited to every birthday dinner at Texas Roadhouse from now on.
So Jerry talks about, and I remember this being a thing.
You would be like, Brady, we got something in common.
Well, true story. This woman went to jail for killing her husband. He had jaw surgery. He was an alcoholic, and he wanted to drink and couldn't drink through his mouth, so she gave him a vodka enema.
Yeah.
He took 2/5 in his ass. So if you ever doubt, and she killed him, alcohol poisoning.
Serious alcohol poisoning. Yeah.
Alcohol poisoning. So yeah, wow. Don't doubt the enemas. They actually absolutely work.
Well, no.
If you want to die, tell me you want to die. I'll let you die.
I am absolutely sure that I will.
I don't doubt you.
Mostly.
I take you at your word. We don't need to have a demonstration.
No. Mostly it's a scare tactic to make the recruits drink water. However, it does work. That's just like the DNR. Everybody says, yeah, DNR, because like the guys get the DNR on their chest, DNR. Once they're fucking coding and you say, do you want to honor the DNR? They go, let's save your fucking life, dumbass.
Actually, and here it's with in this state at least, once you file it with the Attorney General's office, you're liable if you do any treatment at all.
Who sees it?
So
it doesn't matter if you file it. Who sees it?
The attorneys in the end.
Who sees it? So throw this into perspective.
There's good faith, and then there's so if you're treating somebody under good faith that you don't know that they have a DNR, that's one thing. But then once you're advised of a legal one that has actually been filed with the Attorney General's office, you don't touch them. No,
you've got to follow it through the hospital you're at, and they have to be your treaters.
Actually, it goes from the hospital to you, and then you file it with the.
If you're in the hospital, that's a different thing. If you show up on scene as an EMR or an EMT, you don't fucking know. So and that's when it usually gets to the point of.
That's where the good faith comes in. Is under good faith, you don't know that they have a DNR.
So you're literally talking. So usually. For some reason, these fucking clowns overseas wanted DNRs. Like, oh, just let me die if I fucking die. So, do you really want to die now? No. Okay, shut the fuck up. Lay down.
Yeah, there's levels of it here. But like I said, once it goes to the Attorney General's office, that's it. As soon as you find out about it, they can tell you, "Oh, I don't want to do it anymore." Yeah, too bad. You fucking signed off, and I'm not liable.
No, once they verbally give you a "no, I don't want it," it's no. It all comes down to the treating physician or the responding medic, if they're going to service that or not.
Imagine that, being a paramedic showing up.
Yeah. And it's, and I would rather be, even as a responder, I would rather be the guy that fucking saved his life and pissed him off than the guy that let him fucking die.
I'm not going to lose everything I own.
You won't lose everything you own. I promise you.
Seen it. I've actually seen it. It was
nobody in their right fucking mind when they're dying will say, "Yeah, go ahead and let me die. It's fine." Because if they have,
everybody turns around, "Oh, I want this," and it's like, dude, you're better off. Just here, have some liquid morphine, okay? Because you're already on the hospice. So, which is usually the case. Usually they're on hospice, and you just show up and you're like, "Okay, is he comfortable? All right, good job, hospice nurse." So, yeah.
My dad was a hospice. My dad, for some reason, he worked at a steel mill, retired from the steel mill, was bored, decided he wanted to go to medical school, became a nurse. The first place they placed him was in a hospice.
Oh, that's so hard.
And I think so. He was in Louisiana, Lady of the Lake Hospital in New Orleans, in Baton Rouge, and that was the first place they sent him. The man I knew before and the man I knew after that was an absolutely different person.
Yeah, there's, honestly, I think that pretty much if you become an RN at 10 years, you should just get entitled to disability at that point. You should be retired on disability. Hospice nurses, I'd give them 2 to 3 years.
Well,
because that's all they deal with all the time.
He went from hospice. He worked hospice for 5 years, then went to Lady of the Lake as an RN. Then he went to advanced care, and then he went to final care.
He lasted 5 years in hospice?
Yep.
That's amazing.
Well, because he loved it.
Really amazing.
He loved it. And they put him in the AIDS awards for 3 of that. And then that changed him a lot. So there are things you build in your mind. This is how I see the world, and this is how I see things. And then when you see them face to face, it changes your mind. But then he went, so long story short, he actually worked for 30 years as a nurse, and he tried to retire 3 times. And he kept going back to it because they brought him back part-time, and then they had, so he was working at an assisted care facility. Again, my dad's almost 80. When he was 70, they brought him back out of retirement because they had old ladies that wanted him back to give him their meds. They wouldn't take their meds from anybody else. This is this old fucking silver fox. Again, my dad's like me, big sexy guy, and they wouldn't take their medicine from anybody else. So they called my dad to come back in to give these old ladies their medicine. They brought him back part-time because they wouldn't take it from anybody else. Fucking stud. So anyway. I think it's funny, but he was such
He's
a,
gonna-
again, we're talking about, service of care and caring for people and being of service.
It's not an OnlyFans page at that time. It's an OnlyFans page.
It's,
all,
yeah.
all the assisted care facility, everybody wants internet. Grandma
It's,
wants her internet. Why? Don't ask.
Yeah. I think once you start, we're back to the terms of service now.
She's gonna see him now.
I think once you find yourself that people need you and people prosper from you being in their life, I think it changes your life. I think it changes who you are and how you see yourself.
That's everybody. Yeah. We go through things, we experience, and that's it. But it's like with motorcycles. I didn't wear a helmet. I just you know what? Most of the time I was like, screw this, I'm not wearing a helmet all the time. And, even had family members die from head injuries on bikes. So direct. I don't want to get into that. But I was in an intersection a few years ago, and a guy was riding a motorcycle in front of me doing 10 or 15 mile an hour. We were almost side by side there at the turn lane. He hit some gravel, bounced his head off the asphalt, and not going fast at all. And an ambulance carted him off. Kind of fortunate I was there because I was there. And I'm not going to go through everything that happened but after the fact, I said, you know what? So slow. I'm a block from the house. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a helmet. So it changes. The experiences do change us, and I do wear a helmet almost all the time now.
Yeah.
Almost all the time. There's times I don't.
Same, lost a friend who was traveling at less than 30 miles an hour. Whatever happened, bounced his head off the pavement, and it was just at the right angle, and it died. I don't want someone to have to explain that to my family, So I've been pretty religious about wearing a helmet ever since then. Of course, I'm in California now. It's a helmet state, but coming from Wisconsin and living in multiple places, I wear my helmet now. I went from, the half helmet to, full face helmet, and I found it very comfortable. But whatever helmet you're going to wear, if you can, I'm not going to force it on anyone. If you're not going to wear a helmet, you're not going to wear a helmet. That's your right. But I just didn't want anyone to explain it to my family.
Yeah, wear as much protection as you can.
It's like with seatbelts. He tells me to wear a seatbelt, and I go, okay, I'll wear the same one I wear on my motorcycle.
Yeah.
No. Most of the time I don't want to. I'm off road anyway, and seatbelts suck off road. Okay.
Well, they don't fit me. I'm a midget, so they're like.
At a certain
you can
age,
get the fitters.
It pulls on your waist, and then you got to stop and pee every 5 minutes because it's making you just jerking you around. No, I'm not wearing off road.
I'll say what I've seen before. The best place to be in a car crash is inside the car. When I was in high school, one of my best friend's sisters was in the back seat of a car, not wearing a seatbelt.
Oh,
the driver was drag racing. They crashed the car. Everyone stayed in the car but her. She was thrown out of the car. She landed in the road, stood up, and the car they were racing hit her.
No.
The best place to be in a crash is inside the car. That's all I'll say about that.
Yes. Well, that's
You don't have to say anything.
shiny and uplifting.
You don't have to say anything. That's all I'll say about seatbelts.
Anyways,
Helmets, again,
guys-
I'll say my big crash on the helmet, it was only at 35 miles an hour. I hit a construction truck, broke 2 ribs, dislocated my shoulder, and my head hit the truck and then hit the pavement. And they were passing my helmet around inside the nurse's ward because they could not believe I was still alive. Cracked the helmet, crushed the foam to 50%, and the doctor came in and said, "You should be dead." And I'm like, doctors say dumb shit all the time. It was a Fulmer helmet. I wrote to Fulmer and said, if you ever need a personal opinion, I'll fucking give it to you. Arthur Fulmer's niece wrote me and said, give me the helmet and I'll give you a free helmet. They tested the helmet, and the helmet, when they tested it, they said it took 1,200 pounds of force. Crushed the foam to 50% of density. She said, you would not even have gone to vegetable stage. Your brain would be mush. The top of your head would be missing. You're lucky you had a helmet on. From that day, I'm a 100% helmet wearer. A modular, I'll flip the module up. I'll try to breathe when I can. But if I'm on a road, I'm wearing a helmet. Because I was only going 35 miles an hour when I hit that truck.
Yeah.
In my mind, 35 miles an hour ain't shit, right? Because we go fucking 80, 100 miles an hour on the fucking highway.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I'm a believer. I'm still here after 2 crashes back to back. I don't remember the last 4 years, however.
But you're here. Them big blue eyes are still shining, so we'll accept it.
You know, there are some things that I struggle with, and apparently learning new tricks is one of them. But it's all right. We're all good, and we're still here. I speak. Apparently, I'm in charge.
I don't know how I survived.
I'm telling you, right?
I really don't. I mean, shoot. We didn't have car seats.
Mm-mm.
I
Rode in the
remember-
back
were
of
lucky.
pickup trucks.
Yeah, rode in the back, which is still legal here.
What I'll say, the popular saying goes, God looks out for fools and small children. Luckily,
Yeah,
he was
I'm
looking
telling
out
you,
for
man,
me
like,
when I was a
there's-
small child and when I was a fool.
I can still remember laying in the back window of the car up above the seats, going down the road.
I remember standing up in the back of a fucking truck.
Yeah, doing that.
Yeah.
But nobody had
I
phones
remember-
back then. Nobody was doing their Facebook while they were driving their cars.
Thank
I
God.
remember when the kids were driving me crazy, and they were all in the cab of the truck, and I pulled over next to some cotton field and said, "Get in the back." Got in the back of the truck. It was like ride back there in 95-degree weather. Let's see how you
Yeah.
like that for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We got back in the truck, they were quiet.
I remember back in the 80s, all you had to look for, the only thing you had to look out for was some mother slapping the shit out of her kids in the back seat, not paying attention to the road. Now she's fucking doing
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, video on her fucking OnlyFans while she's driving. Now it's a different fucking world.
Because my
I'm a
dad was
survivor
able
of
to
the
like
80s.
he was able to just reach right back and tag us. Mom was short, so she couldn't get back to us. You just have to like lean into it.
Oh no, Mom knew exactly where we were. She didn't even have to look back. It was like a Mexican mother. She knew exactly where we were sitting.
Oh, yeah.
And if she missed. If she hit the wrong kid, too fucking bad.
Well, you know, if she
Pass
stopped
it on to
and
the other
got
one.
out, you're getting your ass beat. Okay.
Oh, Lordy.
That was the only
All
way she was
right.
going to get us.
We're at the end of this. Let's go ahead and call it before my old Blondie jumps off. So, final thoughts. We'll let Blondie go first because she's got to go. Yes, you, babe. Go.
Moving sucks. Never do it if you don't have to.
I say that every time.
Definitely
I didn't learn from
get
that.
your tires checked before you make the long trip. And roadside assistance is amazing. It was worth every freaking penny. My thoughts are buy the bike. Take the course. Take the safety course. Get the gear, whatever gear that you're comfortable wearing. It doesn't have to be the same for everybody. I like full face helmet, but you know what? Get the gear and the gloves and the jacket and all of it, and make it part of your daily. And ride safe, people.
Here, here.
Doug.
No. I would not like
Doug, final thoughts.
Safety second.
Let's play Twist the Throttle. Sticking with the theme, don't be afraid to ask your true friends for help because we're always willing, and it's always nice to have people that you can ask for help. Like when you're moving.
You know what?
Some of us own trailers and trucks.
Here, and it's hard to ask for help sometimes. It is.
Yeah, well, here's
But
the
more
thing
than
is,
that, it's hard to know when to ask for help because I have a trailer. I have a trailer.
I'm not saying that was directed, at you, but
Well, I
don't be
felt it.
afraid
I
to
feel
ask
you.
for help from your friends because we all know that the friend that you're asking for help is probably going to do the same for you.
I was
So,
expecting a phone call, and I made allotments for it.
Maybe a barbecue, but nothing's really expected. When I'm helping somebody out,
Barbecue's included every time. I just want you to know. It was amazing.
When I'm helping somebody out, I don't expect anything in return. It's to make me feel good that I'm doing the right thing for them.
Yeah.
And so don't ever be afraid to ask for help. Don't make the same mistake twice either, because on that second
All right,
one,
so
I'm
on the
going to make you feel the
22nd,
consequence.
I'll be calling you guys.
And yeah,
You get here, I'll be ready to help you unload and fix your shit.
That's the thing about enabling is the enabling thing is, yeah, you're helping them out, but then when they make, and that this isn't a mistake. I'm not saying that moving's a mistake, but it sucks. But people that make the same mistake more than once, and now you're not really helping them. Now you're kind of just enabling it. Like
You're teaching them how to be dependent.
Because there's no consequences to their actions of making that same stupid mistake.
Yeah.
You know? So now for moving, that just sucks, and we all have to do it, and we make the same mistake over and over again doing it. And we say the same thing at the end. Fuck, I should have just hired somebody.
You always say, I'm never doing this again. I'm never doing this again. I'm throwing all my shit away.
5 years. I'm too old for this shit. My fingers don't grip anymore. Like I have a hard time gripping to lift.
Yeah,
things.
I never remember furniture being as heavy as it was.
It's like dude, I'm not that person anymore. Like my back hurts.
Well, when I got with my wife, she had a Sony Trinitronic, the big fucking tube TV. And the first 4 or 5 times we moved, I could carry it by myself. The last time we moved that TV was in 2006. And I said, the next time I move this fucking TV, I'm throwing it off the fucking balcony.
Where's the TV? It's in the old house.
I threw it off the fucking balcony. I'm like, I'm done with this fucking TV. And
Leave that shit.
oh yeah, I'm done with this fucking TV.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Great.
I will say, never be afraid to help somebody. Never be afraid to go out of your way to help someone who really needs it. But also, never be afraid to tell somebody no. Because, like Doug says, if people start depending on you to be there all the time, and they stop depending on themselves and start depending on you, you've just made them weak. So never be afraid to say, I can't help you this time. If they're okay with that, then they're a friend. If they're not okay with that, were they ever really a good friend?
Right.
And I'll leave you with that. And again, this is coming from somebody who has been suckered into so many stupid things and knew they were being suckered into stuff and said, you know what? I'm going to do it any fucking way. Because I'm just that guy. I don't mind helping someone who needs it, and sometimes someone who doesn't quite fucking need it, but I'm going to help them anyway. It may be the last time, but I'm never going to leave somebody hanging. With that,
I'm laughing at something else I'll tell you afterwards.
call people when you need it, and never be afraid to call somebody, because if you're that person that is hesitating to call somebody, you're probably the one that needs it the most. Biker girl.
Yeah. I don't like that.
It's not like there's a truck in the garage and an enclosed trailer sitting in my buddy's behind his house.
Some people deserve help. You deserve help. I will absolutely be there to help you. You call me, I'm there. I will make room in my schedule. I am my own manager. I will fucking take a day off to come help you if I need to. So call me if you need it.
All right.
I do like beer though. Just saying.
Which one?
Which beer?
Yeah.
I'm not picky. I would rather come help you if you need it. I'm not really picky about what I get. I'm
picky, and so I'm a little judgy about people who are picky. So what kind?
No, my pickiness comes from I want to make sure that you're okay and you're going to get help.
Okay.
That's where my pickiness is.
I appreciate that.
I would rather you get helped,
Right.
and I will accept anything else. So
Okay.
if there's options, I got options. However.com. 90% of my option is helping you. We'll discuss everything else later, but you need help, I'm there.
Just give him some weed; it'll be fine.
No weed.
I'll bring it from Cali.
Dude, I have helped people move for bush
Arizona.
before. And it's one of these things where, dude, I have eaten a fucking Red Baron pizza and had a fucking Schaefer's before.
So minimum.
Not liked it,
of,
but that's all they could afford, so I was
like
okay
a
with it.
Totino's party pizza.
That's fine.
And
Make it pizza rolls. We're good. I
maybe
fucking love
some
pizza
Coors
rolls.
Light, but Modelo's. Definitely some Modelo's.
You'll get a better response from Modelo's, but I will take a Coors Light. Coors Light's okay.
A Hot Pocket and a Natural Light.
Dude, I fucking love a natty. Shit. Well, if you want me to keep working, you might want to go for a Coors Light or a natty. Fucking Modelo's in. I want to sit down and take a fucking nap.
Yeah.
All right. All right, you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. We'll be here next Friday night. I might even have a video on Monday. We'll see. I don't know. My fucking schedule's pretty full. I might be helping some blonde chick move. So get down in the comments, man. Leave a comment. Leave your the time you've helped somebody and the time somebody's taken advantage of your more than adequate help. And I will see you guys on the next time. Let's see what kind of outro music we got here. They took my favorite number 6 porn song. I don't know what they were thinking. They took it. I know. I need to find another.
How could they?
Let's see what. Here's a new one. They just put it up. Let's see what this one's all about. That's the porn. Okay, it's called Whispers of Dawn now. It's no longer called outro number 6. It's called Whispers of Dawn.
It sounds a lot like number 6.
It is number 6. Holy shit. It's just a little longer. Okay, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out, everybody. Say goodbye.